Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We have got the first match of round 4 of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman 2021. Going to be an exciting one. Crusaders versus the Western Force. The Crusaders, they need a bonus point here to be able to keep their finals hunt alive. But I do see that we've got a whole heap of people here in the chat. I do appreciate you all being here so early for this one. We are only about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Yeah, I hope you are all doing well. We have got a whole heap of people in the chat. We have got Zion in there. We have got Joseph. Also, we have got Crazy NZ. We have got Jet Lee's Millie in there. And Pro Trooper Shark Hunter Amy. Also, we have got Smithy Toilet Scrum Lass. All of the regulars as well. NZ Guy, Henry, Samuel. Thank you all very much for being here for this live stream. We are only a few moments away from kickoff, like I mentioned, and it should be a very exciting contest between these two sides. We'll quickly show the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman table as it is sitting at the moment. The two sides who haven't lost a game yet also haven't not received a bonus point. The Blues and also the Hurricanes, they are sitting in first equal, but the points differential in the favour of the Blues. Then we've got the Crusaders, the team who are playing the Western Force here. They are sitting on 14 and they want that bonus point, and that is exactly what they're going to be going for. But they haven't got Richie Moira. They haven't got Sever Reese or Sam Whitelock. So everyone is asking the big question, is that going to play factor in the way that this one goes? Then you've got the Highlanders who are sitting on 13 with the win over the Rebels last week on the Sunday game, and there is going to be a Sunday game this week as well, with the factor that the Chiefs are going to be playing in Australia, in Sydney, and that is going to be up against the Rebels once again. And then you got the Chiefs who did lose to the Reds, so they are sitting on the 10 points in fifth. But I do see that we've got a whole heap of people as well in here. We have got I from Amy come on as well, and we have got Maxi in the chat. Yo, brother, let's go. He will be hyped up for this match for the Crusaders. Can they get the bonus point? That's a big question here. Go the Force as well, says Pene. Isaac, and we've also got Reds. You're lucky to escape the foul of the Chiefs mana as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, very close game. 34 to the Chiefs, 40 to the Reds in the end, and they are going to be playing the next game tonight. The Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, sorry, the Reds versus the Blues. That should be a very exciting matchup as well. We have also got Marco Vonapolabia in the chat. Samoa Language Week as well. So I did not know that. So yeah, that is pretty awesome as well. Let's go, says Lucas, and go Christchurch, says GC Fid. So we've got a lot of support for the Crusaders here, but also a few people going for the underdog, the Western Force here. They've done it before. They have been able to beat the Crusaders in the past, a little while ago, but they have still got, they've got a good side, and they will be open to use it here in this match. We have got Lyle in the chat. Has said hi as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Hope you and the fam and friends are all safe. I've been following the news about those Canterbury floods. Bible tier flooding, scary as hell. Be safe, yo, as well, says Scrum Less. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of rain around as of late, but luckily we haven't really had too much in terms of flooding here. But it is a little bit more north, and I think there's been all sorts, like bridges closing and all sorts up there. So yeah, hopefully it does stop raining soon in that regard, because I know that, yeah, I think the detour for that is about 12 hours rather than just the straight up the middle like you used to be able to. I'm a Highlanders fan, but I still love the Crusaders as well, says Amy Wilson. And Penaya Albert has said, if Force win this game, I'll be excited for them as well. But yeah, we are only moments away from kickoff by the looks of it. They are showing Fergus Burke getting to start in that number 10 jersey. I will show the lineup for you guys. The Crusaders are the home side. We are at OrangeTheory Stadium for this match. You got the likes of Mataeli on that right wing rather than Sever Reese. Faina Anuku slotting into that left wing position. David Havili and Enor making up the centres. Then you got the the talented Will Jordan, I should say. He has had a lot of metres carried. Last match, 129 to be exact, scoring himself a try as well. 7 defenders beat, and the man is on fire, and he will have to be in this match against the Western Force as well, because they will be hoping that they can shut down that bonus point of the Crusaders. And even better for the Western Force, if they can win this match, it would mean that the Crusaders more than likely won't be making it to the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final. Then you got Bryn Hall at 9, Grace, Sione Havili, and also Fetal Kamakoma Douglas make up the loose forwards. Then you've got Dunshay and Barrett, Alatawa Taylor, who has scored quite a few tries in this season, and also Tamaiti Williams getting to start at number 1. Should be very exciting for him as well. Ben O'Keefe is going to be the referee for this one, but we will quickly look at the Western Force, and they have got a pretty similar side to last week, although they don't have Rob Carney at number 15. It is going to be Strachan instead. Tony Pulu, very dangerous man, 100+ metres carried last week. And also they have got Ollie Callan, who is going to be starting at number 8 rather than Tim Anstey. But we are getting very close to kick off now. I will read the chat as soon as we get a very short moment of time, but at this stage, we are only about 10 seconds away from kickoff here at OrangeTheory Stadium. They are showing Will Jordan. He's looking concentrated for this match. He will be hoping that that bonus point will be alive for the Crusaders here. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is going to be Domingo Miotti kicking off this one for the Western Force to get us underway for round 4 of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, taken by Barrett there, just outside of the 22. And straight away, Jeremy Thrush trying to get into that breakdown, not quite able to. Going to be Hall now, firing the flat ball into the hands of Havili, who runs hard at Kaitu. I should say, I'm excited for this match. And also this week of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, Bryn Hall going to be sending up the box kick. They are talking about the fact that Ethan Blackadder is out at this stage. That's taken beautifully by Manasa Mataeli there, just on the halfway line. Hall goes back to David Havili now, who is going to be kicking in behind, looking for the territory game, but it has been marked by the man in the number 10 jersey, I believe it is, Domingo Miotti. Yes, it is. And we have also got in the chat, Go Crusaders as well. How many? Oh, no, not again, Marco Polavia. I know that one. Do you like rugby or Fortnite or Rugby Challenge 4? I would say Rugby Challenge 4 just because I play it a lot more. New gaming laptop, got it for 50% off. Says it was Mike Jones, so that is pretty awesome as well, mate. Hopefully it is running like a smooth machine and you will be able to play. Do you play a lot of games on it? I will ask. And also saw your post on Rugby Challenge 4 community. That will be on the Facebook page, I believe, if I'm not wrong, of the financial takeover. Whainanuku now driving forward at the line. Cullen Grace already scoring twice, I believe, in the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition, but it's going to be the penalty there. And I believe it was for Scott Barrett coming in through the side. So it's going to be the penalty to the Western Force there. Only a minute and a half into this match. I will get my scoreboard up and running like we always do here, but it is very nicely done by the Western Force there to get themselves the first penalty of this match. There we go. And he is going to be kicking out for touch now. We always got Go Western Force from Joseph Yeo. I saw earlier on you did mention about the fact that your family was going for the Crusaders, but you are back in the Western Force in this one. Hey, Amish brother, you're MIA, mate, as well, said Marco Vonapolabia. I assume that is in the middle of the week. Yeah, we haven't really been posting too many videos lately. I feel like my internet has just been denying me a lot of uploading ability. So it is hopefully going to be running smooth for this one, but we will have to wait and see. Hopefully we can get through it without too many technical difficulties. Final score 35-17 to the Crusaders from Lucas as well. That one has gone to the back now, into the hands of Tamani, the Western Force on halfway. And it is a good tackle there from Fergus Burke. Now it is going to be Kubeli into the hands of Tavita Kurandrani getting his first carry. Of course, he had a suspension, so he missed the start of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Now he is going to get another chance. I tell you what, Tony Pulu now down the wing's got a bit of space. Tony Pulu, and he's going to go all the way. And the Western Force have scored the first try of this match, and it was that man, Tony Pulu, who was able to do so. What a start for the Western Force there. And what a run from Tony Pulu. I mentioned when I was showing the lineups, the fact that he was able to get a lot of meters carried in the last match. 7 defenders beaten as well, and now he has just scored a try against the Crusaders. Only 3 minutes into this match. It was just a good backline movement. Miotti, quick hands from Richard Kaui. One more out the back to Tony Pulu. Round Will Jordan, fended off Richard Kaui in the end there, Tony Pulu. And then Manasa Mataeli not able to stop him well. Western Force are good, says Lucas. They have started this match very well. That is indeed a fact. Can you please do vids on other games as well, says Zion? We have actually got the Kiwi Lads gaming channel, which we do a few different videos on the likes of GTA Red Dead, and also we've got an ARC series coming very soon as well. I missed the last stream, so I had to watch the highlights to see that DMAC red card. That was crazy to watch as well, says Scrumless. And I did hear he's got a 3-week suspension now as well. We have also got 32 for Force and 12 for the Crusaders, says Penal. But that is a big prediction as well. But Domingo Miotti at this stage, last week against the Hurricanes, 2 from 2. He will be hoping to get this match underway with a good kick here from the sideline. But I will quickly update my try scorers list. Now, that is something that I didn't expect to see, was the fact that it was going to be the Western Force who had the first try of this match. Domingo Miotti, he struck that beautifully, and that's going straight down the middle there. And it means now that the Western Force are winning this match 7-0 against the Crusaders. There we go. The Crusaders try scorers at the moment not applicable, but the Force try scorers, it is Tony Pulu, the man in the number 14 jersey, was able to get underway. Lads, what time will Blues and Reds will play the two colours as well, says Penal Albert. It will be kicking off at 9:45 p.m. New Zealand time, straight after this match, which is very exciting. Jeremy Thrush claiming that one outside of the 22 for the Western Force. It is taken back. Now it is going to be in the hands of Tamani. taking it to ground, setting up a bit of an angle here. Kubeli fires it back into the hands of Godwin. He's got a long boot, and he has kicked it down the middle of the field, claimed by Will Jordan, just inside of his own half now, trying to look for a bit of a gap here. Will Jordan tackled a bit high from Kaitu, but it did right up, so it is not a high tackle now. It's going to be Scott Barrett, a little bit of an awkward one back to Fergus Burke, but he has claimed it, gone to Havili now, trying to drive forward. But at this stage, the Western Force, their defence hasn't been too bad over the last couple of weeks, and they will be hoping that they can do the same here as well. Now it is going to be Dunshay now with the quick hands. Dunshay, yes, he is starting this match. I was confused for a second. I thought for a second that I had the wrong player, but that one is going to be a penalty to the Crusaders there. I should have mentioned a nice one for same thing, guys, please, as well. Says Ben Albert, and also Ono from Izzy and De Groot will put Bell in his place as well. Says Smithy Toilet. That is the match between the Waratahs and the Highlanders. That's going to be an interesting one because once again, the Highlanders need that bonus point at this stage. It's a competition that when you've only got 5 rounds, you've got to make the most of the opportunities that you get. And at this stage, if the Blues and the Hurricanes win all their games with bonus points, they are the two sides in the final, no matter how many wins anyone else has. Marta Ely now running hard at the line, 30 metres out from the line at the moment of the Crusaders. Grace with a short ball into the hands of Braden Enoy. He didn't play last week, but he is out there now for this one. Little offload from Will Jordan. Faina Anuku. Not really sure that one was going to him there. So because of it now, it's going to be the Western Force with the line out just outside of the 22. But a strong start from the Western Force. The Crusaders looking like they're trying to get something going early in this match here. They need tries, and they need them quickly. Greetings from Malaysia, from MH Joy as well. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hi from the Game Go Crusaders, says Millie. And also Reds versus Blues makes me think of all those Halo CE web series as well, says Scrum Lass. And that's the thing. I feel like that's a big match of the weekend, is the fact that the Blues at the moment are sitting top of the table. The Reds are the only Australian side to have a win. And it's going to be a big clash between those two sides. Cullen Grace just get him thrown there in the line out. And that means now they have got the advantage. Now it's going to be Kubeli goes back to Mayotte with the advantage, going for the cross check, gone too far, I should say. And now it is going to be a penalty to the Western Force once again. And we have got in there in the chat, Sadis won't have a problem winning as well. Says Smithy Toilet and Force as well from Marco Vonapola there. And we have got Go Force. And I'm the only Force team in this chat as well, says Benno Isaac. I think there are a few more Force fans around. It is just a factor of we are early in this match, but anyone who is tuning in now, the one try of the Western Force already in this match, getting them underway. That is a kick and a half there from Domingo Mayotte. And now it means that they have got another opportunity. Jeremy Thrush, he did have a try disallowed in the last match, almost the only try the Western Force would have been able to score up against the Highlanders. In the end, only scoring the 6 points. They have already got more points in the first 3 minutes of this match at the time that Tony Pulu was able to score it. That one is going to be now in the hands of Kubeli. Mayotte now going to Godwin, getting held up there, tackled in the end by Sione Havili, going for a bit of a counter ruck there, but not quite able to get the ball for the Crusaders. Straight over the ball was Burke. Not able to get it though. Now it's going to be in the hands of Lee Warner. He runs hard with the ball every time he gets it, but someone is down at the moment. I believe it is Tony Pulu, which is not a good sign. It's going to be a little knock on. So because of it now, forward pass. So it is going to be the scrum for the Crusaders now. Do you live in the South Island? And if you did your house get flooded? Luckily, we didn't get it here, but it was just a little bit further up north. I mean, we had a lot of rain, but luckily our house is just that little bit off the ground. So we are all right in that regard. But yeah, I know that there was a lot of rain about over the last kind of week or so. We have got Go Crusaders, says Millie, and also let's go for second try. It's your ball as well, says Ben Albert, and we have got Jeremy Thrush has a wicked looking handlebar mo. I'm inspired to shave my beard as to have one of those mean look upside down views, above me lips. See, that's the thing. I've got this part, but it isn't quite as strong as Jeremy Thrush's. His goes right down and almost around a little bit as well. Very impressive. Maybe one day I will be able to grow a beard as majestic as that with the handlebar mustache, but that one has gone down in the front row. So it now means that it is going to be the scrum reset. Crusaders 40 metres out from their own line here, 7-0 down after 9 minutes. Tamuka got flooded as well, says Zion. So you are just up the road as well. So yeah, it is no good. I know that the bridge got cut off for Ashburton, I believe it was. So now they've had to try and make a little bit of a change there. And at this stage, tell you what, the pack weights are huge for the Crusaders, 930 to the 874 of the Western Force. Very impressive. Force is a gate, says Amy. I don't know whether that's a way that I have heard them being described before. But we've also got Tamaiti, one promising prospect, and now it's going to be the penalty to the Crusaders there for the front rows collapsing. And that is what the Crusaders will be wanting. They'll want to keep on trying to build up a little bit more momentum, work their way towards the try line and get that early try. But it was Tamaiti Williams who was able to win the penalty there for his side. And yeah, they are talking about the size of Tamaiti Williams. He is certainly a unit, that is for sure. And he is going to be a problem in that front row for the Western Force number 3, which in this one is Santiago Medrano. And he's not too bad at scrummaging himself. But yeah, it's going to be a very exciting battle. That is for sure. And we have also got there, I will show the stats from the last match. The Crusaders playing the last match up against the Waratahs. The Western Force playing their last match up against the Highlanders. A little bit of a head-to-head here. As you can see, the numbers well and truly benefit the Crusaders in that regard. And now they have gone to the back of their rolling maul. Now it is going to be a little bit of a rolling maul for the Crusaders. 30 metres out from the line of the Western Force. Barrett now running hard at the line. And the Crusaders, they will be wanting to make sure they get a little bit of face play going here. Hall going away to Tamaiti Williams now running high. Running straight at Tamani. Now it is going to be Grace going back now. Fergus Burke, David Havili with a bit of a fend there. Fending off two players. Fending a player with both hands in the end, David Havili. But ended up losing the ball. Now Donny Bulu fires it back to Strachan. But they are going to be going back now for the scrum, for the knock-on against the Crusaders. So it's going to be the scrum feed of the Western Force. As you can see here, the tackles of the Crusaders, they had to make 139 of the 165. The Western Force 119 of 146. So both sides kind of missing around that 30 tackles in their last match. They will be wanting to make sure that they can improve that in this one, because one of those moments earlier on, Donny Bulu, the broken tackle of Will Jordan, was what ended up leading to him score the try. So you got to make sure you're making your tackles, that is for sure, or else it can be a lot of danger for you. And who do you want to win, Hamish, says Lucas. I don't know who I want to win. I think I always say whoever plays the better rugby will deserve to win this match. At the moment, the Force are playing well, 7-0 at this stage. But then you've also got the Crusaders. They are defending champs of Super Rugby Aotearoa. They have got a lot of depth in their squad, even without Mwanga and Reese and Whitelock. I feel like they've still got a very solid side. Now it's going to be Domingo Meotti kicking this one downfield. A little bit of a spiral punt taken by Will Jordan, though. Now he is 40 metres out from his own line. Kicks it deep into the 22 of the Western Force. Meotti once again taking that one. That one's looking close to the touchline, but it's coming around nicely into the hands of Fergus Burke. Now it's going to be Manasa Mateli. He is firing it out to Havili. Quick hands to Braden in orbit of space now. Oh, hit hard in the tackle, though, by Richard Kahui just inside of the Western Force half now. Alalatawa dragged to ground by Jeremy Thrush. Burke back into the hands of Whaina Nuku, trying to drive forward for the Crusaders once again, but the defence of the Western Force has been holding up, and now they have stolen that ball there, the Western Force. And it is a counter ruck, and very nicely done. Santiago Medrano playing halfback, goes to Tamani Godwin, using their back line here into the hands. Oh, it's been ripped back, though, by the Crusaders. Now it's going to be Sione Havili, and the counter-attack is on. It's been kicked in behind by Braden Inoa. Manasa Mateli, he's got pace, and he has scored the try. And the Crusaders have been able to get right back into this match. They may check to see whether or not he was behind Braden Inoa at the time of the kick, but that may have just been the equaliser there for the Crusaders. It was Manasa Mateli who was able to do it, the man who was replacing Sever Reese in this one. And he has been able to score there. We have got a lot of people in the chat as well. I will try my best to read most of the messages, but I feel like I may have to skip a little section there because of how many moments we had just back to back to back in that game. So I'm honest, happy. I'm not an angry man, mate. I'm calm. I hate when Saders win because he won 5 years. That's why I chose the Force as well. Good day to you guys supporting Force today, just for the hell of it as well, says Gail Jacobson. At this stage, they were doing very decently in this match, although now both number 14s have been able to score the try. One for the Crusaders and one for the Western Force. Taken very nicely by Mateli. Almost tackled a little bit early from Godwin there. But that means now that it is going to be the try that gets the Crusaders right back into this match. You still haven't answered an important question, says Mako. I will have to read back a little bit further, possibly. We have also got Crusaders look lost without Magic or Richie Moanga Magic as well. And we have also got Ashburton Bridges open again. So that is good news. I think they were going to go for a little bit of a temporary one. If I'm not wrong, we have also got there, it's time for some edibles, says Scrumless. We have also got in there, Nathan said, hi, welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in for this one. At this stage, the Crusaders have been able to equalise with the try of Manasa Mataeli. And now I will add him to the list. And that is a great kick from Fergus Burke as well. The first kick of the match for the Crusaders. He gets it straight down the middle, and now it is going to be 7-all between these two sides. Right, I will update it so that you guys can see that so far in this match, we have had 2 tries already and 1 for each side. Tony Pulu scoring the first try for the Western Force, and then Manasa Mataeli is the man who was able to score the first one for the Crusaders. Bit of typing going on. There we go. We are good to go, and we will put that across the bottom. 15 minutes into this match at the moment, taken by Cullen Grace inside of the 22, stepping around Tom Robertson. But he is now dragged down. And it looks like Bryn Hall setting up for the ball back into the hands of Fergus Burke, who will be kicking this one for touch for the Crusaders. And he has been able to find it. And it's a very good kick from Fergus Burke as well, getting them right back down near the halfway line. And it will be the Western Force who have got this line out. I mean, Cornflakes, while I'm watching the live stream as well, says on. I mean, that is a very decent snack indeed. Absolutely Scrummax trying to get uplifted. Says Marco Votopolobia as well. I feel bad for the Force because they lost to my team in round 1. They miss it and make me feel bad for them as well, says Benny Albert. And also we have got how much do you enjoy St. Patrick's Day? A lot of leprechauns roaming the streets as well, says Smithy Toilet. That one has gone to the front for Kaitu on the halfway line at the moment. Are the Western Force, they want to be the next team to score here because, of course, if they can't win this match, the least they want is to cancel out that bonus point of the Western Force, or sorry, the Crusaders. Now it's going to be Miotti. It lands a Kyle Godwin running straight at the Havilis. David Havili and also Sione Havili, a little bit of a rolling maul going on now. It has been called a maul. So now the Crusaders just need to stop this ball from getting out, and they do. And now it is going to be the turnover and the scrum feed for the Crusaders there. So at this stage, we have got Hooper bodies piled up on top of each other. Kyle Godwin in the end was the man who tried to run at the line, but then ran straight at David Havili and Sione Havili, and he wasn't quite able to get to ground from there as well. We haven't got there. Will Buddy time going back home to Albuquerque tomorrow. So I got to eat everything I got before I get on the plane as well, says Scrum Lass. You will be very full, I would assume. Amish, what's your prediction? I think that in the end, I feel like it's still going to be a high-scoring one. We haven't really seen a low-scoring close game of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman so far. I feel like the closest one was actually the Western Force, and that was when they got 15 points against the Highlanders, who were able to score 25. So I would say 45 points in this match. And I will say, I feel bad. The Force are going to get 15. Crusaders are going to get 30 is my prediction. But I feel like that could be a mile off because I'm terrible at predictions, so don't take that too seriously. I feel like the Western Force, though, have still got a very good chance of being able to hang in here in this match. They have done it very well in their past matches, the Western Force. At the moment, we are just waiting for the scrum to get this match back underway. They are shown to Mighty Williams. He is scrummaging with Santiago Medrano, already winning the penalty for his side a little bit earlier on. And the scrum feed on this one is going to be for the Crusaders. We have got a lot of people watching as well. Do let me know your score predictions in the chat. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing every single Super Rugby Trans-Tasman game, including the match that is going to be taking place in just a short little while, couple hours time. The Reds versus the Blues. That's going to be a big one because of the fact that the Blues at the moment sit on top of the table. And at this stage, they have had a bonus point in every single match. So they'll be hoping to continue that neck-and-neck match again as well, says Scrumlace. That's the thing. All of these matches seem to start close. And then from there, it kind of just changes around a little bit. And I feel like the longer the Western Force can stay on this one, if they're less than 7 points behind at halftime, I think they've got a decent chance. But then, of course, the Crusaders, we know how strong they are in the last 20 minutes, go to the Western Province, or WP. Is that Western Province? No. Might be the Western Force, though, in that regard from survival. And also we have got, lads, come on, why you say the Force will lose? I mean, that's just the prediction, though. I feel like that may not be the case in this one. It is going to be now the Crusaders with the penalty 40 metres out from their own line. And Fergus Burke will have the responsibility of kicking this one into touch. So far, front row angling, and it is up against Santiago Medrano once again. He is having a hard time at scrum time, that is for sure. And we have also got there Carl purchasing diet pills at Manukau City Centre last week. Saw him and his 40-year-old daughter, who surprisingly had a beard as well, says Smithy Toilet. We have got my prediction for the All Blacks versus Australia as All Blacks 1 million, Australia 0. That would be very impressive. Crusaders 46 and the Force to 25 for Diane, and also, yes, Stormers as well. And they are going to be playing later on tonight up against the Bulls. I'm thinking about doing a live stream for that match, sorry. But it will be at 5 a.m. New Zealand time, so I might have to wait and see. But I am excited to see it, so maybe I will still be up at that stage for a live stream. That's almost going to be the Western Force, who have almost got that ball, not quite. Now it is going to be just inside of the 22, Bryn Hall, into the hands of Scott Barrett now driving forward for the Crusaders. Brunel with a little short ball into the hands of Sione Havili, who isn't held by Kaitu, continues to make a couple more metres for a side. David Havili with the flat ball there is getting held up there by Miotti and Godwin, but he has gone to ground. Crusaders, they want to be the next side to score. Fergus Burke now goes to Sione Havili, quick hands into the hands of Will Jordan. He's got plenty of pace and he scores the try. And that is going to be the second try of the match now for the Crusaders. 20 minutes in, and now they have taken the lead for the first time in this match as well. I'm almost losing my voice already. I don't know how that's happened. I've hardly talked today and yesterday, but for some reason, it's decided that it just doesn't quite want to work, but hopefully it will last throughout these two matches. In the end, it was just quick hands. Sione Havili, fine Nuku on the outside to Will Jordan. And then from there, he was able to get over the line. Fergus Lee Warney has made a lot of tackles throughout this season, but wasn't quite able to stop that man, Will Jordan. Too much pace. And he does drive himself into the corner there, getting the Crusaders back in the lead in this match. We'll quickly update that. There we go. We have got Crusaders try scorers. We've added Will Jordan to the list. And now the Crusaders have taken the lead here. We haven't got Novmum. It's 5 a.m. I am dead to the world then. I didn't wake up till 9:15 a.m. this morning as well, says Novmum. See, that's the thing. In a way, the match being moved from early tomorrow, it was going to be an early match originally for the Crusaders, for the Chiefs versus the Rebels. But now it has been moved to Sunday, which benefits me in a little bit of a situation because of the fact that if I did want to do that 5 a.m. game, even though I might be half asleep, maybe that would be a decent opportunity to get a little bit of sleep in between those games. Fergus Burke, has he got that one? No, hasn't quite been able to bring it round enough. Fergus Burke just out to the right-hand side. So now the score is going to be 12 to the Crusaders and 7 to the Western Force. Will Jordan scoring that try. And he must be sitting on, I believe, 3 tries now this season in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, if I'm not wrong. So he is well and truly working his way up there. I've also got the leading try scorers of the competition at this stage. I believe Will Jordan will have to get added to this list. But so far, 4 players being able to score 4 tries. Mwanga, also Savi Ahim and Vunivalu of the Reds. He is going to be playing later on tonight. And so is Bryce Hem. Number 14's at this stage. If you got number 14 on your back, you're scoring quite a few tries this season. By the looks of it, but Barrett claiming that one just outside of the 22. Close, says Marco Vunipolovia. It is indeed. Let's go Crusaders. Misco Force as well, says Ben Albert. And come on, Western Forces as well, says Joseph. So he is going for them from Fiji, of course. And yeah, we've got quite a few Fijian viewers and also viewers from all around the world. So do let me know what country you're watching from and also what time it is there, because I know we've got some games that kind of happen in the middle of the night, depending on where you are from, or early morning perhaps. I know South Africa and England, I think it will be nice and early in the morning, but that one is going to be now the scrum feed for the Western Force, as that ball wasn't quite able to get back out of that rolling maul. But they are showing Michael Alalatai at this stage. 95 Super Rugby matches. He will be open to get to that 100 very soon. But the question is, will we be able to get to the 100 before making his way to the Leinster side up in the Northern Hemisphere? I think if this is the case, if they make it to the final, he will have 97. But then depending on when he leaves, could depend on whether or not he gets to that 100. Will Jordan, another product of great Christchurch Boys High School as well. Says Yuji Saito. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Do let me know if I have got that one wrong. Lads, we have the same time, mate, from Fiji as well, says Benny Albert. And also New Zealand Royals. Go the Western Force from Diane. And go the Western Force from Fene Albert as well. 7:27 here. I'm normally up at 6 a.m. on school mornings. But it was my teacher's day. It was a teacher's only day for my kids. So get nothing. Tell you what, I've had a shocker trying to read that. So no getting up early as well, says Novman. So that is great news indeed. And that's the thing, the weekend, there's so much rugby on over this weekend. We had last weekend, there wasn't too much, but I know that now the Curry Cup has been announced for South Africa. So there's going to be even more games on over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of live stream, a lot of talking. Hopefully my voice will last throughout the whole thing. But at the moment, it is going to be the Western Force who have got the scrum feed. That one has gone down in the front row. And they have got the advantage now for the Western Force. Good belly now. Going to Miotti. Short ball into the hands of Godwin. He is tackled hard by Fergus Burke. But they have still got this ball. 35 out. Kubeli sells a bit of a dummy. Looking for an offload. Not quite able to find it. And they are going back now for the penalty. Now the Western Force. They have been known to take on 3-pointers. Do they go for it here or do they go for the corner? I think they almost got to go for the corner here, the Western Force. Purely because of the fact that I don't think we have seen a team be able to beat the Crusaders in a long time by taking 3-pointers. You need those 7s, you need those 5s, and that's exactly what they're going to have to go for here as well. We have got Go Western Force. It's currently 7:28 in Fiji as well. So, yeah, it's interesting that Fiji and also New Zealand are on the same time zone, because I know a couple of the other Pacific Islands, I think they are a couple hours off, aren't they? And Australia is a couple hours ahead of us as well. I wake and bake at 5 a.m. usually as well. Do you know a little Fiji word? Says Penny Albert. What word are we talking about? Amish, if you're smart, what is Tainui? Tainui, I'm not actually too sure. I only know a few words of Māori. Māori, I should say. We did learn it for school, and I learned Homae Rema Katahi Tono Kata Kata and Kakitu Koe I Tira Wiki. Those are my only two sentences of Māori that I can say. That is quick hands from Domingo Mayotte now. To the hands of Kahui just outside of the 22. Finds his way to ground after the tackle of Whainanoku. Now it's going to be Godwin inside ball there. To the hands of Robertson now. But straight over the ball was Tamaiti Williams, and he has been able to rip it away, and he has got the penalty for the Crusaders there. Holding on to the ball is the call, and it is going to be the penalty to the Crusaders just outside of their 22. It's a waka as well, says Zion. And what happened to Kiwi lads as well, says Curious George. The force is under Saders. So pretty much what happened was they scored a very early try with Tony Pulu, but then from there the Crusaders have been just trying to pour on the pressure, and they have been able to score twice, once with Manasa Mataeli and also the second with Will Jordan. I will put those try scorers back up for you guys as well for anyone who is just tuning in. So we have had 3 tries already in this match, and we are still very early on. Check out Western Force on Instagram as well. Come on, Force says football interests, and we have also got their indie chat. It is currently 12:30 here in America at the moment of midnight in Fremont as well in California from Scrumlass. So yeah, I have to say, probably out of all the time zones, America is probably the worst one in terms of the middle of the night games for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, but you are well and truly committed, and we do appreciate you being here for all of these live streams as well. And we have got to send those kids to work, mate, as well, says Bucko for the Polar Bear. And we have also got had to wake up at 4 a.m. back in my ski days as well. That would have been an early start. And that's the thing. Most days that we have a whole heap of rugby on, that one is going to be the penalty to the Crusaders there. And Scott Barrett didn't look too happy with that line-out throw from Cody Taylor, I don't think it was, but it was Tamani, obstruction in the air. So now it is going to be Fergus Burke kicking this one for the corner for the Crusaders. Currently 26 and a half minutes into this match, already 3 tries, and I feel like we're going to have 1 or 2 more before the end of this first half. We have got no New Zealand as well, says Zion, and also time to get on the juice. Then, brother, as well, says Marco Vonapolbia, you're in America, whereabouts? In California, for it was Scrumlass and High from Ryu as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. If anyone is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing all of the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman games, including the final, which is only a couple weeks away, and maybe one of these two sides could be in the final. At this stage, the Crusaders sitting in third. They need a bonus point if they do want to make their way all the way to that final, because at the moment the Blues and the Hurricanes are both ahead of them. It is going to be in the hands now of Mitchell Dunshea at the back of the rolling ball. Now it's going to be a little breakaway. Bryn Hall selling a bit of a dummy there, who has got it at the moment. Now it's in the hands of the number 6, which in this one is Fetu Kamokamo Douglas. They're driving forward. It's gone to ground, and they have now got the advantage. Someone's broken off. Who is over the line? It's going to be a try. It's just a case of who is it. And I think, if I'm not wrong, it could have been Mitchell Dunshea, was it? No, it was Fetu Kamokamo Douglas who comes up with the ball, and that is the 3rd try now for the Crusaders. 28 minutes in, and now they are only 1 try away from being 3 tries ahead, which gives them the bonus point if that is the way that it stays at the end of the match. But I will write this down quickly. Once again, it was the try of Fetu Kamokamo Douglas. We'll quickly write that name in. Hopefully I am going to pronounce it correctly, but it was Fetu Kamokamo Douglas. Breaks off the back. Cullen Grace with him as well, and they decide that is the time to go, and they drive straight over the line there, the Crusaders, for their 3rd of this match. Fetu Kamokamo, hopefully I've spelled that correctly. Yes, I have. Right, and we will also put Fetu Kamokamo Douglas was the man who was able to score it for the Crusaders. Their 3rd of the match now. What's the picture behind the scoreboard? It is just a Super Rugby Aotearoa one, I believe it is. It has got Geordie Barrett, Brad Weber, also Sevu Reece, Ofa Tuangafasi, and also one other, the other side who I'm missing. Who am I missing in that regard? There's one side, the Highlanders. I think it is Aaron Smith, who is in the background as well. Why aren't you showing the game? It is pretty much because of copyright. I'm not actually allowed to show any match footage or audio, but I can try my best to inform you guys of what is going on in the match. But we are in the situation of, if you do want to watch the game, there are options such as Rugby Pass, Sky. Also, there is in Australia, all nicely taken there by Fergus Burke. No, it's curled away, and he has missed that one, unfortunately, for him. And also, there is Stan Sports in Australia. There are your options. We have also got there in the chat here. I'm struggling to keep up with the chat so far. Hot 34 degrees at the moment in Malaysia. That would be very warm compared to here at the moment. We're probably sitting around 10 degrees here in New Zealand. What's your real name? It is Hamish. And that is also, they're in again, says Nathan. They were indeed, and they have been doing very well. And we have also got, come on, give us a cone. Gee, give us a cone as well. Why isn't he then as well? Says Fia Mate, and that one is going to be a little bit of obstruction. So now it means that it is going to be the Western Force who have this penalty just outside of the 22 of the Crusaders. Currently a 10-point lead for the Crusaders. So far, it means now that they have got another opportunity for the Force to be able to strike back just before halftime. I have 9 and stand as well, says Curious George. And we have also got, but I'm watching this commentary as well, says Curious George, and we always appreciate that. And hopefully, I am doing a decent enough job to keep you informed of what is happening in this match between these two sides. It has been an exciting one so far, and I feel like it's going to be even more exciting later on tonight when we find out what is going to be happening in that match between the Reds and the Blues, because whoever wins that one, the Reds could possibly almost cancel the Blues from being able to win the competition or finish first anyway, and then maybe the Blues will be able to secure that first place position if they can get that bonus point. But now it is going to be going backwards for the Western Force in this rolling maul off the line out. It's going to be Tom Robertson off the side to Mighty Williams. No, it's Cody Taylor straight over the ball, and he has been able to get the clean turnover almost, but it did just come out for him. Unfortunately, now it is going to be driving forward for the Western Force, 10 metres out from the line at the moment, trying to make a few extra meters, maybe looking for a backline movement very soon. It is in the hands of Domingo Miotti, goes to Kaitu now. Now they are driving forward. Godwin trying to make a couple extra meters here. 6 phases at the moment for the Western Force. Crusaders defending it well. Koteka hitting the ball up as well. Now it's going to be Kubeli. Quick hands. Miotti goes to Scracken now, who is tackled well by it was Manasa Mateli. Now it's going to be in the hands of Tamani driving forward, but he is tackled by Mighty Williams, but he wasn't quite able to get out of the way. So now it is going to be the advantage. Lee Warner driving forward, still going Lee Warner, only a couple meters short. Now it's going to be Kupeli, sells the dummy, and he goes into the hands of, who is it? It's the number 8, I believe. It is going to be Ollie Callan, his first match in a while, maybe even his first match on debut, perhaps Ollie Callan, but he has been able to score that try there for the Western Force. 1 try in the competition, and the Western Force back in this match. Once again, we will write that one down as well. And at this stage, with how fast the game is going, it has been very hard to keep up with all of the chat, but I do appreciate you all being here for this live stream. We'll try my best to keep on reading as many messages as I can, but Ollie Callan was able to get over the line, and he has been able to score it. And to tell you what, Fergus Lee Warner getting very close, only a couple meters short there. And then we have also got there Hey Smithy, as well as Curious George, and we have also got it's Samoan Language Meet week as well. Sione Plazy says Machu, and that was to another person in the chat. And we have also got there my shared popping cones with G-Man as well. Says says Smithy Toilet. And we have also got, wait, where is Kieran, the Kiwi lads? He should be behind me. I'm not sure. Yeah, he is just in the corner there. He is kind of leaning. He needs a bit more air in him at the moment because he is a little bit flat there, Kieran. But Ollie Callan has been able to score that one. Starting debut is the call. And the first time he's been a number 8, they are saying as well. And now the Western Force are only 3 points behind. And there are still a total of 7 minutes before we get to halftime. Sup, bro? From Dine Till Death. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ollie Callan on debut says football interest as well. And we have also got there from Bertie. Good evening, mate. It's a nippy morning here in Derbs. Had a wet and cold week so far at the moment in Derbs. It's 14 degrees going for the Crusaders by 30. And at this stage, I feel like it's going to be a close match. The Western Force are just trying to hang in here, but then that's the thing. The Crusaders, they always finish matches very well. The last 20 minutes can be make or break for them, but at this stage, they need 2 more tries to be able to receive that bonus point, and that is what they are chasing in this match. But the Western Force playing well so far, and it is going to be a fire back to Godwin, who has fired that one up in the air, and it's going to be the penalty to the Crusaders for offside. So that is going to be a huge opportunity here for the Crusaders just before halftime. It is a little bit of a shot on Scott Barrett, I believe the call is. Don't move if you're not on the ball is the call, so it was actually offside. So now it means that the Crusaders have got a golden opportunity just before halftime to be able to score another try. And who do you support? I'm lucky in regards to the fact that I'm pretty much completely impartial when it comes to these New Zealand sides. And also the Australian sides, I enjoy watching all of them play as well. I'm kind of halfway in between the Crusaders and the Highlanders for location. So they are saying it was Scott Barrett who was obstructed there with the little bit of a chase, and now they are looking for a good opportunity here, the Crusaders. It is going to go to the back once again in the hands of Cody Taylor, and he is going to be driving for the Western Force, are trying to defend it, but the Crusaders slowly edging forward. It has gone down there, which means now they have got the advantage. Once again, it's going to be Cody Taylor breaking off the back, only a couple meters short now. Now it's going to be Brynall, goes to Manasa Mateli, runs out at the line, but he has tackled very well by Miotti. It's going to be Cullen Grace now, who is trying to shunt off a couple tackles, wrestled to the ground by Kurandrani, straight over the ball. Was Ollie Callan, but now it is going back for the penalty to the Crusaders. And once again, they are only going to be 5 meters out. They don't want the 3 points, though. I feel like they are more worried about the bonus point than even winning at this stage. They need to get tries rather than trying to take over a few threes. They will be going for 7s every day of the week because they know that that is what they're going to need to be able to make it to the final. Cody Taylor looking like he wants to take that one quickly with the tap. Yes, he is. And he has gone into the hands of himself, Cody Taylor. And they are only 5 meters out now once again here, the Crusaders. It's going to be Mitchell Dunshea driving forward. Only a few meters short now. Now it's going to be Brynall into the hands of Cullen Grace. Tackled very well by Kaitu. He's been busy so far. Now it's going to be Scott Barrett driving forward. Meters short now for the Crusaders. Is it going to be Tamaiti Williams? You're not stopping him from there. Yes, they are. What a tackle that is by the Western Force defence. 5 phases. Back-to-back. Fergusburg now using their back line. It's going to be Havili. And it's been fired out. And Manasa Mateli picks up his second of the match. And the Crusaders score once again. And at this stage, I'm going to have to keep on adding names to this list of try scorers. I think they're going to be checking it. Cole Godwin is going to be asking the question here, so they are going upstairs. But at this stage, I have awarded the try in that one. I'm watching live as well. It's at Midnight Plays YT. We have also got in here, South Africa is a beautiful place. Must be on the coast near Adelaide, South Australia, sorry, from Smithy. And time says Paulie B. At the moment, we are sitting 36 minutes into this match, Crusaders try. And we have also got there from Max. Hey, welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Knock on, no tries, says Midnight Plays as well. So they are checking to see if there is a knock on here, potential knock on. Whose is it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Brynall. He's got the ball in hand. Does he knock it on here? Okay, it's not that one they are showing. I was going to say that looked pretty clean there. It's just whether or not there was a little fumble there, they are saying. But at this stage, they haven't been able to find the camera angle that they are after. So we are just waiting to see whether or not they can find the moment that they are looking for. But it was a great wide ball from David Havili, right? They are looking in the maul now. See if there was a little bit of a fumble here. It's off the foot. Yes, a little bobble. So I feel like that is going to be the case of maybe a knock on against the Crusaders. Halfback Brynall, does he get this one clean? It's a little foot. It's whether or not it ends up going forward or backwards. But I feel like it is going to be the case. Oh, I think it is a knock on here. Unintentional, they are saying, but it did get knocked on a little bit there. So I feel like it is going to be the case of a no try there. Okay, it's going to be a no try. Manasa Mateli still staying on the 1 try so far in this match. There we go. And it is going to be the case of the Crusaders missing out by just a little knock on at that breakdown. 4 minutes left in this match, and the score is still going to be 17-14. We have I'm watching live TV, says Midnight Place. That is probably why you are about 30 seconds ahead of me in that regard, because of the fact that I'm watching on Sky Go rather than on Sky. So that is why I am just that little bit behind. So your chat may be a little bit of a spoiler. It's fair to say, mate, are you streaming Bulls versus Stormer game? It's tonight at 7 South Africa time. I'm thinking about it, but it is in the situation of it's going to be 5 a.m. that game starts, but I might still be up. So maybe I will have a look. And yeah, I might do a live stream for that one if my voice is still lasting. That is something, bro. Says Henry, welcome to the live stream, mate. I'm watching on Sky. Says Midnight Plays as well. Awesome stuff from Bertie to Scrum Lass for it's just burning. I'm just burning the midnight oil so I can experience the quality streams of the Kiwi Lads. It's going to be the penalty to the Western Force as well at scrum time. So at this stage, the scrum's just not quite going well for either side. Penalties going against either one. At this stage, penalties is something that the Crusaders will have to be a little bit careful with. 41 penalties they've given away in the last 3 matches. 5 yellow cards. They got 3 of those in the last match as well. And they haven't actually gone for a penalty attempt yet. When they've had the opportunity to take 3, they've always gone for the corner. And that is what they have been doing in this match as well. Then for the Western Force, they have given away 34 penalties. And also they have had 2 yellow cards. So both sides experiencing a couple yellow cards so far. Yes, from Wang. And we have also got there in the chat. I'm watching on Cloud as well, says Wang. And we have got who is the Kiwi Lads player of the match nominee for this match, says Curious. I mean, Manasa Mataele, he has actually been doing pretty well, but then also I feel like it's a hard one. I want to pick a forward purely because of the fact that they have been working hard in this match so far. Cullen Grace has had a pretty decent game as well, and he did end up helping with the try of Fetu Kamakoma Douglas. Cody Taylor trying to get that ball at the back of the ruck of the Western Force, but not quite able to. Now it's going to be Robertson. He's 40 metres out from his own line at the moment for the Force. 2 minutes left before we get to halftime, and it looks like Tomas Kubeli is going to be firing this one high into the night sky at OrangeTheory Stadium. Oh, it's being lined up by Lester Fine-Arnold, who takes it beautifully, but tackled by Tony Pulu there. And it has been dropped there, so now it is going to be in the hands of the Western Force, but straight over the ball. Cullen Grace takes it straight back. And because of it now, it's almost been taken straight back by Kubeli. Yes, it has. And now because of it, we're at about 3 turnovers in a row, but the Force now have got this ball in hand. Now it's going to be Domingo Miotti out to Godwin Kurandrani now. Tackled by Taylor early. A very good tackle from him. Straight over the ball was Havili, not quite able to get that one. And it is going to be the advantage now for the Western Force. Goes back into the hands of Miotti, using the backline. Kahui now ending up in the centres. He is actually out on the wing. Tony Pulu trying to break a couple more tackles once again. He has had a good game as well so far. Kupele goes to Mani now. Robertson spinning off the tackle of Alatoa. Straight over the ball was Sione Havili, not quite able to get it though. Now it's going to be Domingo Miotti going for a little bit of a spiral kick in behind, and they are going to be going back for the penalty to the Western Force. And at this stage, with 1 minute left in this first half, the Western Force maybe still have a good chance of being able to score one more try. We haven't got UFOs are real aliens. Probed me deeply when I was on Cloud9 as well, says Johnny Blaze. Or sorry, says Marco for the Polar Bear. Force are playing well, says Zach Johnson. They are indeed. And that's the thing. If they can cancel that bonus point of, if they can cancel the bonus point of the Crusaders, they will be in that predicament of maybe they won't be able to catch up here, the Crusaders. I have got the table here for you guys at the moment. 2 teams sitting on 15 points, the Blues and the Hurricanes. And that would mean if the Crusaders don't get a bonus point here, it would mean the potential neck roll there on David Havili. He's gone straight down on his head as well. And that could mean David Havili here might be winning the penalty for his side. Kyle Godwin's got him in a bit of a headlock there. Tries to DDT him off the side. The camera's just not quite in the right position there, but Kyle Godwin ends up getting over the top of David Havili, then kind of rolls him over onto a spike on his head a little bit there. David Havili was not too happy about it at the time, so because of it, it may be going back, and it would be a Crusaders penalty. It's only going to be a penalty against the Western Force. So straight away now, the discipline side of it is going to be playing a factor because they needed to be able to be going down the other end of the field here. But Kyle Godwin there is going to be penalised for that one on his opposite number, David Havili. So now it is going to be an opportunity for the Crusaders to once again kick for the corner and get right into the corner just before halftime as well. I'm coming back after halftime. Says Midnight Plays, no worries, mate. And we have what's got in there. Curious George, what do you think will happen if all the Barrett brothers join the Crusaders? That would be dangerous. Although, where would you put Bowden Barrett? Because, I mean, Richie Moanga is playing very well. And you've also got Will Jordan, who would be fullback. So Bowden Barrett might struggle to fit into the side, as well as maybe Geordie Barrett. You've got 2 positions that they have got very good players in already, the Crusaders, but having them off the bench would be very dangerous, that's for sure. He's hurt. Says Midnight Plays, he is indeed. Stops play as well. All the Barrett brothers will play for the Blues and Chiefs, as well, says Tristan. Or it's an awkward fall for Tony Pulu there, unfortunately, which means now he is going to be taken off the field. That is a big shame because he has been playing very well. He was able to score the try for the Western Force early on in this match, but now it is going to be Jordan Olawafela making his way onto the field as well. That is a good kick from the Crusaders, and now they are only going to be 10 metres out from the Western Forces line at this stage. Bowden Barrett is on the chat, and Dwayne has said Team Saders. And we have also got there in the chat, Brother Hamish, are you as good at cricket commentary? We need a representing at Lords, says Wetam as well. I mean, I would say, like, I've tried cricket commentary in the past, and I end up talking very quickly, like my rugby stuff, but I was hoping to do a couple of the moments of the Black Caps versus England game. But unfortunately, with the amount of cricket that we've had on, but I'm looking forward to the Big Bash, the KFC Big Bash as well, and also the T20 World Cup. Tell you what, that's going to be in the hands now of Michael Alatoa, only a couple metres short. The Western Force defending this one well. But now, once again, it is going to be Tamaiti Williams driving at the line. He has been tackled very low, and it was very nicely done. They've got the advantage now as well for the Crusaders. It's going to be Fergus Burke going himself. Only a metre short now for the Crusaders with the advantage as well. taken well and truly. More on the pressure. It looks like it's going to be in the hands of Cody Taylor going himself off the side. Who is going to be taking it on? It looks like to Mighty Williams. He is driving, and he has been able to score the try, has he? To Mighty Williams. It looks like it's down, or is it? It looks like it's not actually in his hands anymore. So they might have to have a look at this, but did to Mighty Williams score that one? He doesn't look too impressed there. They're asking him, did he get it down? He might have said that he did. Fergus Burke wants the ball. They're going to have a look once again, but did to Mighty Williams just score his try of the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition? They must play for Blues as well, says Diane. And also mention me, says Midnight plays. I'm watching the Black Caps versus England tonight. And yeah, they've been playing pretty well. Devon Conway on debut, a double century. Very impressive from him to Mighty Williams, says Marco Vodapolavera as well. And we also got there, I just spat my drink out as well, says Scrum Lass. We also got, what do you think about the 2027 World Cup Aussie bid? I hope it is Southern Hemisphere, purely because at this stage, I would love to be able to see or to Mighty Williams, or the ball came free. So unfortunately for him, it means that it isn't going to be a try because that ball has come free out of the hands. It was very well done from Jeremy Thrush and also Kupeli to somehow make that ball come free. So to Mighty Williams, he's got the downwards pressure. I'm not sure whether or not they will say he still had complete control over the ball, though. Jeremy Thrush just trying to make a nuisance of himself there. That one, it's come free. He hasn't scored it when it has hit on the elbow and gone to ground. But yeah, it would be good with the time zones because I know France is going to be all middle of the night games here in the Southern Hemisphere. Scott Robertson already leaving the coaching box. So they are going to be going back now for the penalty, though. Only 5 meters out to Mighty Williams. Almost able to score the try for himself there, but doesn't quite get over the line. We have also got I think Force will win this game, you lads, as well, says Ben Albert. Devon Conway was born and bred in South Africa. He was indeed. They have mentioned it quite a few times. We have also got Bernie in the chat. You have changed your name from Bernadetta, I believe. But welcome to the live stream once again. Crusaders she is going for at this stage. And also we have got Rugby World Cup will be in my beautiful country, South Africa, said Tristan. I wouldn't mind that too much either, to be fair, because of all the Rainbow Cup games. And they have got some very nice stadiums in South Africa as well. And they are playing some good rugby as well. Defending champs, or I guess it depends. Will they be defending champs going into the 2027? Cody Taylor, quick tap there, sorry. And he is going once again. Who are they going to? It looks like they want to Mighty Williams. No, it's going to be Sione Havili, who is going to have a crack at the line, and he is going high, and he is going to be rolling all the way. He's got the ball down, and that time it's down. And Sione Havili scores it instead. He had Mighty Williams on his side there. I am quickly writing a whole heap of notes as well while I am at it, but it was Sione Havili who was able to score. He was doing a little bit of a shark fin on the head, of course, a Tasman player in the Mitre 10 Cup / it will be called the Bunnings NPC this year, but he was able to score that one off the side. Kaitu trying to stop him, Tamani trying to stop him, but they can't because he is Sione Havili too strong, and Mighty Williams helps him over the line as well. What time is it? Says Yaya Chris. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. We are currently sitting now at halftime. Has just ticked over, and I will add Sione Havili to the list of players who have been able to score tries. So far there have been 2 forward tries, 3 forward tries in this match for the loose forwards of the Crusaders. Right, we will quickly write down Sione Havili, and then we will be right back into some stats about the first half of this match. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 2,500 subscribers at the moment, and I feel like the way that we have been going, maybe we will be able to hit it by the end of the weekend. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will also have a look at the likes, and we are currently sitting on 34. So let's see if we can get that to 40 by the time we get the second half underway. Yay is how you pronounce it. Hopefully, or how you pronounce it. Sorry. Hopefully, yay. Is it yay or yay? I assume it's yay, maybe. If I'm not wrong, do let me know though. Sorry if I have got that wrong once again. We have Scott Bro. This is the closest halftime ever, as I said, Ben Albert, although they were able to break free just a little bit more there, the Crusaders, and scored that last minute try, which I assume will be updating very soon. Yes, it has. And we have also got, actually, it's not my real name as well. It says, Yai. What is your real name? Do let me know, and I will try my best to remember that one as well. Just Subset Football Interest. Thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated. Does it become with the secret steroid dyes mix along with what is that? Smithy toilet. Jamie McKenzie versus Halfpenny. G-Mac running to catch his balls from like 40 meters. Halfpenny 10 meter runs. And Liam Williams versus Fikatawa. A fullback versus a centre biased AF as well, says Marco Vonapola. Yeah, that is on the World Rugby one as well. And we have got Don't Worry as well, says Yai. And we have got in there as well, okay, bye, mate, says Yai. So no worries there. We have got Pene has said, okay, I'll be back, bye, mate, as well. Who's the best goal kicker in this competition at this stage in terms of statistics-wise? Oh, tell you what, that's a good question. I might have to do some analytics because I know who the leading point scorers are, but of course, that wouldn't be based off how many kicks they have been able to take throughout this competition. I know that the Crusaders haven't gone for a single penalty goal so far in this competition, neither of the Hurricanes. But at this stage, I can show you the leading point scorers because at this stage, Richie Mo'unga, he's had the most practice because of the fact that he has had a lot of tries scored from the Crusaders because they have been able to score 22 tries leading into this match. And also you have got, I believe the Hurricanes are also sitting on 22 at this stage. Force will win this game for sure. Mark my words, guys, as well, says Koroi Rea. So he is going for them there. Who do you think is going to win? Says Max Cottle. It's hard. It's a very hard one to be able to to be able to pick who's going to win this match because that's the thing. If the Western Force can score early, if they can score early in the second half, they are well and truly still in this match. And we have got feel so sorry for Mackenzie, ending up with a 3-week suspension. Very unfortunate for him there as well. And we have also got in the chat from it is James. We have got how many Ritalin are you on? You talking a million miles an hour? Impressive as well. Thank you very much. I feel like it's just purely because of the fact that I feel like there's a lot that I need to mention that I normally don't end up getting through. I just end up talking a million miles an hour. I have tried to slow down the commentary side just a little bit during that first half, but I think it is still going at, like you mentioned, 1,000 miles an hour. But yeah, it is. I ended up doing a British and Irish Lions video, how I named my squad in under a minute, and I was just flat out going for it there as well. The DAB as well says a clip, and we have also got rugby. Women's rugby is phenomenal, says Tristan, and that's the thing. They may end up with Super Rugby for the women's competition, which will be pretty awesome. I know that the Mitre 10 Cup is going to be starting up, I think, a couple weeks before the men's. If I'm not wrong there. Hi from Pro Trooper Shark Hunter. Well done to the live stream once again, mate. And we have got Kyle in the chat. Has said hey as well. Geordie Barrett most points, says Diane. Is that for kicking wise? Because at the moment he is sitting on 40 and he hasn't actually scored that many tries. Because I guess that's something we need to take into factor is the fact that without tries, Richie Mo'unga would be sitting on around 36, but then also Geordie Barrett without the try would be sitting on 35. So they're very close in terms of who has been able to get the most points so far. Must be injecting those wild hounds and must suck out the juice before licking the bones for extra protein as well. We've got watching from Fiji, Western Force all the way, says Koroi Rea as well. And he'll be hoping that they can get their second half underway in a very good fashion because they did in the first half, scoring in the first 3 minutes as well. Hi from Blenheim as well, says Gus. So welcome in as well. And we have got in there, Sweetie has said, or Sweetie, is it Sweetie or Sweetie? I think it's Sweetie, isn't it? Has said, come on, Crusaders. And yeah, at this stage, I feel like we've got quite an even split in terms of who's going for the Western Force and who's going for the Crusaders in this one. Will we see another Lomu this decade? Says A Clip. I know everyone was saying that Caleb Clark was the guy to do it, but then he's had quite a quiet Super Rugby Aotearoa, and now he is playing sevens. So it will be interesting to see how he can do there. But it is, another John Lomu. I feel like there have been a lot in the past who have been trying, but I feel like it's just one of those ones that he is a league of his own at that stage. How did Matt Tamua get away with the high tackle against Mackenzie? Oh, sorry, after Mackenzie being red carded. I did see that he ended up, it was a high shot or a swinging arm on one of the Highlanders players, and everyone was talking about the fact that Mackenzie got suspended, but then the Rebels number 12 in that match, Matt Tamua, didn't actually end up even getting a yellow. So hopefully, if they're going to give out penalties for those type of ones, they're going to make sure they're consistent right across the board so that it's black and white on paper that if you do this, you're getting a yellow or a red. And I feel like if they can make that kind of that even, then it will be a lot better off as well. We have also got there kicking, says Diane, or Dian. Is it Diane or Dian? And we have also got, I have to say, Farrell has made worse tackles and nothing happened to him. Refs have to be consistent, says Betty. I agree 100% with that consistency comment as well. D-Mac red card is going to make people want to change the rules again as well, says Scrum Lass. And we have also got their Black Ferns play better rugby than the All Blacks. My question is, why does the All Blacks have more supporters than the Black Ferns? I think it is just more of the case that the All Blacks have been going for a lot longer than the Black Ferns. But I agree, they are playing some very good rugby, and I hope that we do get to see Super Rugby for the women's divisions as well, because overseas in Australia, they actually have women's Super Rugby teams. If I'm not wrong, they are almost Super Rugby teams. I think they are. They kind of have the Brumbies team, the Reds team, and along those lines, I think, if I'm not not wrong. No offense, beautiful woman. In our comment section, we aren't referring to you as well, says Billy Toilet. We have got competition mate. And we have got in the chat, I feel like Chiefs are going to lose or going to be losing the next match or a few matches because they lost Mackenzie. Yeah, that's the thing. 3-match suspension. If they made it to the final, which at this stage I don't believe they can, but if they were, that's the thing. 3-match suspension means that he will be missing the start of the next competition, I believe, because they have got 2 more games, and then whatever the first match of the next competition, I think he still misses that one, if I'm not wrong. But at this stage, yeah, it's going to be a big moment for the Chiefs, and we're going to have to wait and see how they go. They did play all right in the second half without him, I will say, but yeah, it's just dependent on whether or not that experience of D-Mac in the number 10 or number 15 jersey will have a bit of a lasting effect. At this stage, I will show you guys the pre-match head-to-head between these two sides. The Crusaders, at this stage, they were in the situation of scoring 22 tries from their last 3 matches to the 5 of the Western Force. A lot more clean breaks, a lot of meters carried, an extra 800 at this stage. So it is a huge number for the Crusaders, and they will be hoping that they can do decent. Durkee is my name as well, so I will try my best to remember that. Kind of coming in is in the chat. I have a problem where I can't stop telling airport jokes. My doctor tells me it's terminal. Right. I just hope this joke takes off and it doesn't fly over your head. Otherwise, it would have been plain awful. Tell you what, that's about 5-1. That's very impressive. Kind of going in. That is for sure. We have us got there. Isaac and George go away as well. Says Marco for the polar bear in terms of the woman as well. And we have got playing. Says kind of coming in. Let's go Crusaders. Says Amy. We have got D-Mac missing All Blacks versus Fiji. So is that the next match that they have got? So that is a big hit. Although saying that, I'm not sure whether they would have been playing him anyway, because I feel like they are well and truly struggling in terms of who they are going to be picking for that number 15 jersey. But yeah, that's only a couple months away as well. The British and Irish Lions tour is less than a month, which is just crazy to think of how long ago it was. Just before 41 likes as well, says Birdie. So thank you all very much for that. Hey, mate, from Jade's Gordon. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we have got what's up, bro, from Arman. And at this stage, the score looks like it is going to keep on going up in this one, which means I am a very happy man. And we have still got one more match tonight, and that is going to be the Reds versus the Blues. And that one will be a very interesting one when it comes to the table, because of the fact I will show it once again for the Super Rugby Aotearoa table. At this stage, you've got the Rebels and also the Waratahs. They are in dead last. They haven't been able to score a point, or haven't been able to get a point yet. Just the one for the Brumbies and the Western Force. If the Western Force, if they can win this match, that will shoot them right up into 6th place, which is very impressive for them. Then you've also got from the New Zealand sides, the Chiefs in 5th, Highlanders, then the Crusaders on 14. They need that bonus point. I keep on mentioning it, but it is true. If they don't get the bonus point here, if the Blues and the Hurricanes both get that bonus point, it's going to be very hard to be able to knock them out of that final. The Hurricanes have got the Brumbies. The Blues have got the Reds. So 2 very tough games for them as well. But the Blues and the Hurricanes at the moment both sitting on 15 points. We have also got that. I'll be back for next stream, says James Gordon. No worries, mate. Hopefully G gets access to European-based players as well. Yeah, that could be awesome. Seeing the likes of Joshua Tuisova, also Semi Radradra, Yato. They've got a lot of good players up in the Northern Hemisphere from Fiji. And yeah, it would be pretty awesome to get to see them. Does D-Mac drive a D-Max? Curious question. I hope maybe that they would decide to sponsor him if it is that close in that regard. And that's the thing. I don't actually know. I know that Anton Leonard-Brown drives a Ute. That's about all that I know about the Chiefs in terms of what cars they drive. We have got King Tell Smithy what time it is here in Ireland. Thanks. As well as this kind of coming in. Or time in Ireland. Are we sitting, it's either 7 a.m. or is it 9 a.m.? I think it's one of those two as well. How are you Crusaders? I need to get this bonus point as well, says Isaac. So pretty much in this case, at the moment, they are sitting 2 tries ahead in this match, I believe. I think it's 2. No, it might. Yes, it is 2. So if they can score one more try, you've got to be 3 tries or more ahead at the end of the match. So if they can score one more and that's all the tries scored in the match, they'll get the bonus point. If the Western Force can get within those 3 tries, it will mean that they will have it cancelled out. And that is one thing that they really don't want. They want to be making sure that they can get that bonus point right to the end. Do you think the Highlanders will win Super Rugby? Says Gus. I do enjoy watching the Highlanders play, although at this stage, I'll show the table once again, unless the Blues and the Hurricanes, one of them needs a loss, because that's the thing. The Highlanders, as long as they win all their games and these other sides end up with a loss, they could kind of be a dark horse and work their way right into that final. Just by the fact of that, if they win their next 2 games, they'll be sitting on 23 points. If the Blues or the Hurricanes lose one, the most they can be sitting on is 22. So I think maybe 22 or 21. depending on how it goes. So then the Crusaders and the Highlanders, who knows, maybe they could make it to the final if the Blues and the Hurricanes both lose their matches this weekend against the Brumbies and the Reds. So it could be a very interesting situation. Whoops, I removed the wrong one there. I will put up the reserves, though, for you guys who are tuning in. We have got quite a few good players coming off the bench for both sides. Jordan Olawafela already out there for the Western Force. That is because of the injury of Tony Pulu, who was able to score the try in the 3rd minute, but unfortunately ankle injury led to him coming off the field a little bit too early. Jake McIntyre, I believe, was the player who got knocked out in the matchup against the Highlanders. So it is surprising to see him back this early, but they've also got Ian Pryor. I believe it was his 100th Super Rugby game, but I could be well and truly wrong in that regard. Also, Angus Wagner has scored a try already in this competition, so that is the Western Forces bench. Then you've got for the Crusaders, Nathan Vella, Ollie Jaeger, and also I don't think they've got the other player who did end up coming on the field and then got a yellow card in the last matchup against the Waratahs. They received 3 yellow cards, the Crusaders, in that last one, but you've got the likes of Luke Romano, Tom Sanders, Mitchell Drummond, and also Josh Mackay going to get his first run round. I dropped my pen again. That's unfortunate, but Dallas McLeod always running hard with the ball in hand, and he'll be hoping to do it in this match as well. I've just managed to pick it up with my foot, which I am relatively impressed with, and we have also got, then I will have to become a Red supporter as well, says Isaac, and we have also got, do you think Whainanoku should be an All Black this year, says George Polo. I don't think he'll be a mile off in terms of, because he has had some very consistent performances. George Bridge injured for 6 weeks. That was from 1 or 2 weeks ago. So it's one of those ones that he's probably got his name right up there. Caleb Clark away for 7, so I don't think he'll be back for the All Blacks. So Whainanoku, that number 11 jersey at the moment is wide open, and he could be grabbing it with both hands. I know Nariki has also been a name that has been thrown in the hat, possibly for being able to jump in there. And that number 11, Himeno is not, or is outstanding, sorry, says Yai. And we have also got there Carl Tumanuki, drives a bomb, Toyota Corona. Campbell squeaking 4 diff wheel hubcaps on, different painting bonnet, driver's door, headlights dragging on the floor, muffler blowing back smoke. I thought that was almost a kind of verse from a rap, the way it was rhyming in the middle there. Marco Vitabola Bear, Deaf by Dad jokes as well. So Scrum Lads, don't forget to thumbs up everyone as well, says Isaac. You heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. At the moment, we are hoping to be able to hit the goal of 2,500 subscribers by the end of this weekend. I'm not sure what we're sitting on at the moment. I think we are probably around 100 away, so if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is very much appreciated. Honest opinion, as said, where's your volcanoes? At this stage, I haven't actually ordered a big bag of volcanoes yet. Cullen Grayso is off the field there. That is not looking good for the Crusaders, so it's going to be Tom Sanders now who is making his way out onto the field. The only change after that first half, not looking too flash there, Cullen Grace. Looks like maybe a shoulder injury of some sort. Hopefully he will be all right, but Tom Sanders, very dangerous man when he's got the ball in hand, and he will be hoping that he can do something big in the second half as well. But other than that, the Crusaders going with the same starting lineup as they had. But yeah, I might need to get some more volcanoes at some stage, that is for sure. Of course, the only live stream I've eaten them on was the one that we did. Oh, Macaulay's on the field, and that is for the number 4 in this one, which is Jeremy Thrush. So that is an interesting change. And also Olawafela, sorry, is the man who was coming off the field, or coming on the field in the first half. I'm having a shocker there as well. 100 likes. Let's go, says Isaac. Let's see if we can get somewhere near it. At the moment, Fergus Burke is kicking off the second half for the Crusaders, taken nicely by Macaulay, already getting his first touch of this match, and they are going for a bit of a rolling maul there. The Western Force about 30 out from their own line. Kubeli looking like he is going to be rolling up backwards, and he will be looking to kick this one high into the sky. Alatoa trying to counter-ruck a little bit, not able to do too much there. And Kubeli kicks it forward, almost bounces into touch, but because of it now, it's going to be a foot race. Olawafela taking that one. And tell you what, that one almost curved right back round. Will Jordan ended up leaving that ball because of the fact that he thought it was going to be going into touch, but instead it bounced back infield. Jordan Olawafela taking it, and now the Western Force are only 15 metres out. Good hands there from Domingo Miotti into the hands of the number 7 for this one, which is Kane Koteka. Now it's going to be Miotti back into the hands of Fergus Lee Warner. Before this match had the second most carries in this competition with 39. Now it's going to be Kubeli now trying to find a bit of a gap, and straight over the ball with Sione Havili. But they have still got this one here, the Western Force. It's going to be Godwin now running out at Will Jordan. 10 metres out at the moment for the Western Force. Straight out in front, Santiago Maturano driving forward. Little bit of an offload there to Macaulay, and they have made their way up to 5. Now they are firing it wide. It's going to be an answer. Miotti at Ardebai Dunshay. Little bit of a mistake there in the back line of the Western Force. Now it's going to be Tamani hitting the ball up once again to Vita Kurandrani lurking in the background. He would be loving to get himself over the line here for the first time. The Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition round the side of the ruck once again for the Western Force. Defended by Dunshea, who is going to be taking it on. It looks like it's going to be Kaitu, who is going to be testing his luck. Now he's offloaded it now to Robertson, getting driven sideways by the Crusaders. And now it is going to be Kubeli. Goes to Kane Koteka, getting close. And at this stage, 13 phases in a row for the Western Force, just out in front of the post once again. Santiago Maturano runs high and straight over the ball, almost was to Mighty Williams. Now it's going to be Robertson once again. Can they get over the line here, the Western Force? They are trying their best. It's going to be Kubeli. Goes to Tavita Kurandrani. Great low tackle on him by Tom Sanders. They've got the advantage though for offside. Now it is going to be in the hands of the number 15. It's not Rob Carney for this one. It is going to be Strachan now. It's going to be Fergus Lee Warner driving forward once again. Metre short. He's had that about 3 times. 19 phases in a row here for the Western Force. Nice hands from Richard Kawi, and Jordan Olawafella is going to be scoring the try for the Western Force, but they are going to be checking it for the 4th pass, but almost 20 phases in a row. Tell you what, that was impressive from the Western Force. That was all-out attack. And that is exactly what they have to do at the start of the second half. Tell you what, I will have to read Hoiber chat here. Will you be covering the Pro 14 Rainbow Cup North versus South final? I am hoping to. Although at this stage, it looks like it is going to be possibly the likes of the Bulls versus Benetton, which I feel like is a little bit of a plot twist. That was very nicely done by the Western Force. And I believe, oh, no, it's no try. And now they are kicking for the corner. The Crusaders, 19 phases they were able to defend it for. I believe it must have been a forward pass, if I'm not wrong. Okay, they were checking and it was a forward pass. So in the end, not a try for Jordan Olawafella there. I wonder who will cover for Sam Kane as well, says this Scorer. I think he is almost supposed to be back, if I'm not wrong, but he's very close. Artie Savia coming back last week for the Hurricanes. He will be hoping, oh, it's gone over the top for the Western Force, the mistake. And that is something that you can't afford to be doing against the Crusaders. David Havili now running hard. But he has tackled by Godwin. That has been a good battle in the inside centre roles between those two guys. Now it is kicked downfield from Brett Cameron. Taken nicely there for Richard Kawi. He has fired it high. He is chasing it hard as well now. Lester Flynanuku tried his best to block him there. Dropped by Fergus Burke. But he is giving it back now to David Havili, inside of the 22. Sends it straight down the middle of the field. We'll try our best to read the chat in a very short moment. But at the moment, this game has been non-stop for the past 4 minutes of the first half. Domingo Miotti has kicked it into touch. I can take a breath and read some of the chat that we have got as well. Would you recommend Rugby Challenge 4 or Rugby 20? Says Lucas. I think for graphics-wise, you're looking at Rugby Challenge 4, but then I know some people actually say that the gameplay in terms of Rugby 20 is actually a bit better. But yeah, I play a lot more Rugby Challenge than Rugby 20. Doubt it, Smithy as well from Kit Kennedy. And guess what? I just yawned. You're such a fool as well. Let's do Mako Vodapolo Bear as well. And Force might win here, says Yoi. And I feel like in this situation, they needed to score there. No try, says Scrum Lasser. Was unfortunately denied for the forward pass. And now the Crusaders have got this ball on the halfway line. David Havili once again making a few metres for his side. Bryn Hall now goes back into the hands of Fergus Burke now. Lester Flynanuku going to be running hard at Lee Warner and also Macaulay. They've been able to hold him up as well there. So it's going to become a maul. No, it has dropped out the back. Now it is going to be Alatoa driving forward once again. But at this stage of the Force, their defence has been pretty solid. And so is that man, Tamaiti Williams, driving forward. But he has been tackled by Callan straight over the ball. Not quite able to get it there. 5 phases in. Alatoa has now got that ball around the side. Was Nuku once again trying to drive forward, making a few extra metres for the Crusaders here. And it's going to be the penalty to the Crusaders for it. Was Callan going straight over the top, off his feet, I believe it was. Or was it Kyle Godwin? Someone was for the Western Force. Unfortunately for them now, it is going to be the case of the Crusaders once again pouring on that pressure that they know how to. We haven't got in the chat. Tell you what, there's a lot of chat. I will try my best to read all of it, but I might have to miss a few messages. Or Whitelock will be the captain as well, says Smithy Taller, and we haven't got there. I guess we'll see now, won't we, as well? Says Scrumless, and then we also got not a chance as well. Says Dime Till Death, sorry, for in terms of, I'm not sure what that was for. No try as well, was it? Or earlier on as well. And we have got, it's the best game, says Benny Albert, is very back and forth. The Western Force, they are one of those sides. They can hang in a match. They would have loved to be able to score that try early on, but now it's going to be the rolling maul of the Crusaders. This is danger for the Western Force here. They need to try and shut this one down 10 metres out from the line at the moment. They've been told to use it once. The Crusaders, they're looking to the short side here. Bryn Hall has got the ball at the back of the rolling ball. They've decided to keep on going here. The Crusaders, though, they are still inching forward. They are getting close. Couple meters short. Rolling ball is still making meters. They're driving, and they've gone down. Just short of the line to Mighty Williams on his back, trying to give it to Brynall, and he's fired it out, and it's Will Jordan. No, it's not. Was it? Yes. Yes, it was. I thought for a second they blew a penalty, but Will Jordan scores his second of the match now. And the Crusaders have now at this stage, if the match stays the way that it is, they will have the bonus point. My voice is trying to give up on me already. We're still got another match between the Reds and the Blues later on tonight. But at the end of the day, the Crusaders still just driving forward with that rolling maul and then getting right onto the line. Then to Mighty Williams trying to spin off. Then from there, Brynall rips it away, fires it out to Will Jordan, flat ball. And tell you what, Will Jordan, he had a little bit of a fumble there, but in the end, he was able to just hang on to it. Would have been a yellow card for sure for Kubeli, I think, if he had been able to get the one hand to it that he did try and get. But it is going to be the try to the Crusaders once again, and never going to give you up as well, says Jimmy, as well as, of course, Rick Ross has been known to say that as well. Matera going to the Crusaders is not fair with this awesome fallback as well, says George Polo. I feel bad for the guys who are going to be missing out for Matera being there. The likes of, I mean, they've got a list that you could name that all have the ability to be able to start. You've got Grace, Havili, Fetu Kamokomo, Douglas, Tom Sanders, Tom Christie when he returns. You've also got, just a whole heap of players. I feel like I've listed 5 and I can't think of any others, but there are plenty more at the Crusaders, that is for sure. And Matera is going to get added to that list as well. Hey, baby, as well from a clip. And we have got, I asked God for $1 million. He still hasn't delivered on that one. As well, says Mako for the Polar Bear, and I hope for a well-developed Moana Pacifica team for next year as well. There's your score prediction, bro, says Maxi. And at this stage, it's looking like, tell you what, we're not a mile off, though. I did say 30-15, but I think that one is going to be well and truly smashed out of the park because I don't think either side have finished scoring in this one yet. And Maxi, I will ask you, as a Crusader, ex-Crusader, who are you thinking is going to score the next try in this match for the Crusaders? Do let me know, but at this stage, if it stays the way it is, they will have the bonus point here, the Crusaders, and that is what they have been chasing, and this one is taken nicely there by, it was, Strauchen, but now it's going to be stolen, and Will Jordan's going to get a hat-trick. I hope you had been finished typing, Maxi, because that one has gone already. And Will Jordan now, that is how quickly the Crusaders can turn a match around. And unfortunately for them, it was Strauchen, I think it is how you pronounce it. And then from there, it was Miotti who did drop that ball, had a bit of pressure on him, was taken nicely by Strauchen, I can't say his name, then Miotti, just a little bit too flat with the pass. Fetu Kamo Douglas straight away offloads it, and Will Jordan scores the third. Oh, snaps his Scrumless as well. They are not taking bets on Crusaders to win anymore, says Football Interest. They are smart, because I feel like at this stage, that is going to be the case of FK. Who is FK? Is that Faina Nuku? No. FK, or I assume was going to say him as well, says Maxi. And I tell you what, that was quick. I feel like it was only just straight after I mentioned it. Tell you what, Maxi, I'll let you, tell you what, if you can guess 2 names for the next one, honestly, as well. I do believe you. Oh. They're saying whether or not he had caught the ball and landed fully in field. But Maxi, I will let you have 2 guesses at the next one, purely because of the fact that that one was a little bit rough because of how quickly it happened. But maybe this will be a line out instead, depending on what they decide here. We will have to wait and see here. So I was taken by Strauchen. Oh, his foot was on the line. If his foot is on the line, they will say that it's going back for the line out. Yes, the foot is slightly on the line. It's a cancel one. You can still pick him. Maxi. Game of inches. They are booing at the moment, but the rules are the rules, and that means now Will Jordan, that try is going to be denied. But that will be, tell you what, Miotti will be going phew there, because that was going to be a big mistake between those 2 men. So it's going to be a no try. And we have got yes as well, says Yai. Don't know who else is playing, says Maxi. And we have got 5 foot Maxi and Bally's a woman sleeping with other nationalities as well. Say something, says Jimmy V. Sorry, I end up just watching. Tell you what, Strauchen. Okay, says Maxi as well. Tell you what, though, that was very close. I will have to remove it. But Will Jordan, I feel like that's still a decent shout for the man who's going to score the next try as well. Be realistic as a Hobbit Chiefs fan. I'm saying no team can defeat the Crusaders as well, says Smithy Toilet. I mean, that's the thing. The only team at this stage that can defeat the Crusaders in terms of stopping them from getting to the final is the Crusaders. If they don't receive those bonus points and the Blues and the Hurricanes receive their bonus points every time, they can't make it. They will be 1 point out because of how short this competition is. But now it's going to be Cody Taylor who has got the line out for the Crusaders there. Goes to the front to Sanders there. Little offload. Fetal Kamakama Douglas hit a little bit high there. And the tackle, they are going to be 40 metres out now. The Crusaders, Sanders having another carry. He's had quite a few since coming on the field at halftime, replacing Grace. Now it is going to be Cody Taylor once again driving forward. No, it wasn't. It was Alatoa. I am looking around for Cody Taylor. He is going to be lurking somewhere. Tom Sanders, a little bit of obstruction there. And it is going to be now the Western Force penalty. It's got Crusaders taking off the edge. Taking off the edge of this one, giving us time to prepare for the Reds versus Blues as well, says Sebastian. And we have also got Hurricanes can try to win as well, says Nicholas. And they are going to be taking on the Brumbies tomorrow night at 9:45. That should be a very exciting match as well. And it's going to be a tough one. The Brumbies, they've been one of those sides, they really almost, by the skin of their teeth, missed out on winning that one. They are showing Tony Pulu, though, with a big brace on the leg at the moment. Not ideal for him, but yeah, they almost were able to beat the Crusaders in that first week, the Brumbies. But then from there, they did have a lot of points put on them up against the team that they played in the second round, who I can't actually remember now, but I know they lost to the Blues with the bonus point win for the Blues there. But now Mitch Drummond is going to be making his way onto the field now for Bryn Hall. He is going to have a few minutes in this half to be able to make an impact for the Crusaders. But at this stage, I saw in the chat as well, the Crusaders have had about 4 disallowed tries. It's getting up there. I think they've had about, it's almost close to 4. I think they've had about 2 or 3, and then also the Western Force have had 1 as well. But Callan now is going to be driving forward. Now it is going to be Lee Warner, goes back into the hands of Domingo Miotti, trying to find a bit of a gap there for himself, but not quite able to there. And quickly just updating something as well. We are going to go here, and now it is going to be in the hands of Tavita Kurandrani now, trying to drive forward for his side once again. And at this stage, the Western Force, they need a try, and they need it very soon. Good tackle there once again. And that's the thing. At this stage, there have been a lot of disallowed tries in this match. And who is going to be able to get the next try? That does count. That's a big question here. Now it is going to be in the hands of Miotti. Flat ball to Callan once again. And now they have got the advantage here, the Western Force. It's going to be Domingo Miotti. Goes back Godwin. Wide into the hands of Jordan Olawafella, trying to dodge everyone here. Olawafella, but he is met by a wall of defence of Taylor and Dunshea. And now it is going to be going back for the penalty now. And now we will have to wait and see what what the Western Force do from here. They will be going for the corner. I think they want to cancel out that bonus point we have got in there. I guess with Jordan or Taylor as well, says Maxi. And also we have got Brayden Eno in there. Could be a good shout as well. Now it is going to be Domingo Miotti kicking this one for the corner here to see what he can do for his side. But that's the thing. At this stage, I think the Crusaders are almost getting close to making a couple more subs. They have got the likes of Josh Mackay on the bench, who is a very good player, and he might get a little bit of time at the end. I give you a calling Jimmy V as well. That is a cell phone number. I don't know whether I should be leaving that in the chat. Hopefully that isn't your one. I don't know. We have got this Trans-Tasman competition shorter than Aotearoa. It is indeed. We've only got 5 rounds, and we are up to round 4. Only this round and then the next round. This is well defended, though, by the Crusaders once again. Now it's going to be Miotti. Goes back into the hands of Godwin now. Wide ball now. A little bit of an awkward one, but it's bounced up beautifully. Little offload for Strachan here. And he's got Strachan, he's got a lot of space down the wing as well. Strachan going all the way almost. He's only a couple metres short for the Western Force. It's going to be Godwin over the line. I think he's held up, is he? I don't know whether he was able to get that one down. The referee is pretty much underneath at the moment. And they have said held up. So they are going to be going back now. And once again, another close call for either side to be able to score a try, but not quite able to there. We have also got, it was a random number. Okay, yeah, we have also got in the chat, we've got time for bed, sweetie. Make sure your homework is finished as well. And we've got, that was your voicemail, eh, brother, as well. Are you still in and at this stage, a quick tap taken by the Crusaders there, catching them off guard. Is it going to curl all the way as close to the touchline there? And it's going to be Richard Cowie. Not much space for that man inside of his own half as return fire back into the 22. A little bit of a drop there by Havili, but went backwards. So he is all right in that regard. Kicking it downfield now. Getting quite a few metres. Taken nicely by Olawafella. Looking like he is going to be kicking it himself on the left boot there. Getting a few metres. Taken by Will Jordan now. And he is going to be returning fire once again at this stage. It is just back and forth, a game of force back. Now it is going to be offloaded by Cowie for Miotti. And now he is going to be kicking it behind, looking for the touchline. Has he found it? Yes, he has. And the ball is going to be about 30 metres out from the Crusaders line now. And we have also got there made a Dan Carter rugby montage. So that'll be a very good one. Only way for the Chiefs to get into the finals is for the Blues and Hurricanes to both lose their next 2 games and the Chiefs to win their next 2 games. Yeah, it's going to be hard for them. That is for sure. But, yeah, it's one of those ones. At this stage, I feel like the main idea from the Chiefs will be to not let an Australian team overtake them. Because if the Reds win against the Blues, not saying that will happen. It's going to be happening very soon, though, that game. But if they are able to do so, then all of a sudden the Reds could well and truly get a chance of being a little knock on there from Manase Mataele. And now it is going to be a scrum feed for the Western Force, about 40 out. He is putting his hand up there. Manase Mataele, a little bit disappointed with himself, not being able to take that one cleanly. And I think Josh Mackay, surely he's not too far off at this stage, because I would think he would get a very good opportunity very soon to be able to get something going. At this stage, it did end up going into touch of Manase Mataele, and now they are going to be having the scrum feed as well. I was just checking to see if it is running smoothly. Are we still running smoothly? Do let me know, because it seems like it is trying to cut in and out a little bit, my coverage. So I am wondering whether or not that is the case in the live stream as well. Also, looks like we'll need an alert TMO as well, says Escaroy. And we have also got in there, bring the Haguares back as well, says George Polo. And yeah, that's the thing. What competition are they going to be playing in now? Because I know with the factor of there's no Argentine teams and no Japanese teams. So I'm hoping they will have a competition that they can play in. But that is a good push from the Crusaders, but an even better push from the Western Force. And now it is going to be offloaded Kubeli into the hands of, it was the man in the number 8 jersey, Callan. And now it's going to be the penalty to the Crusaders. Very nicely done there by them. And that's the thing, at this stage, they've got the bonus point, but if they can get 1 or 2 more tries, they will be hoping that they can keep on extending that lead for the points differential sake of the competition as well. And we have also got from Toys as usual. You guys have that big rivalry in the chat, don't you? I feel like streamers move Amish 10 out of 10 as well, says Scrum Less. So thank you very much for that information. And also, I have been informed that we are sitting on 53 likes at the moment. So let's see if we can get that to 60 before the end of the, we'll go 60 before 60 minutes. We're sitting on 58, so that's going to be tough. But if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. But it is Pryor coming out onto the field. His 100th game for the Western Force, or for Super Rugby, I should mention. And we have also got there, we have got none of what you're saying makes sense. I feel like you guys are just going to keep on going at each other's throats. Force it down as well, says A-Clip. We have also got George Bull, follow your name, arousing as well. That one has gone to the back there. Now it is going to be in the hands of Sione Havili. Mataele dropped the ball again. And because of it now, he will have to be careful not to get himself subbed off. They have got the spare winger and Josh Mackay on the bench. But Manase Mataele has been able to score the 1 try. Then it was, in the end, a little knock-on that did lead to him getting disallowed his second. At this stage, it was going to be a flat ball as well. That was going to be hard for Callan to stop from there. But so far, we have been treated to 8 tries in this match. By the looks of it, it is going to be Josh Mackay making his way out onto the field. Cody Taylor getting replaced by Nathan Vella. He was yellow carded in the last match, unfortunately for him. But Cody Taylor not able to pick up the try in this match that he is used to. 60 likes, well done. Did we get there? That is very impressive as well. So thank you all very much for that. And we have also got there, it's pointless argument, lads. It's Benetton's year as well, says Sebastian. We have also got Pryor for Kubeli. It is indeed. And it is his 100th game as well, Ian Pryor. He will be hoping that he can help the Western Force get right back into this match. But at this stage, it is going to be the Western Force with the scrum feed on their 22. That is a good push, but Tamaiti Williams has popped up, and it's going to be the penalty there for Tamaiti Williams standing up in that scrum. And now it is going to be the Western Force with the penalty. We have also got in the chat as well, Crusaders highly adaptable and adjusting to the position or to opposition as play progresses as well, says MH Joy. And that is why they are one of the best teams in the world in the last 20 minutes of a game, because they are able to score, I think it's about 28% of their tries they get in that last moment of the game in that 20 minutes. I heard TJ making a switch. Is it true as well? Says it's correct. I believe he's actually going back to the Hurricanes, if I'm not wrong. I think if one of the Hurricanes halfbacks get injured, he is allowed to come back in, and then he's also allowed to be selected for the All Blacks in that regard. Taken nicely there. Oh, Scott Barrett lines up. It was Ian Pryor. Welcome to the game, mate. He has got it up, though. He's taking it like a champ. Fair play to him. Now they are driving forward once again. The Western Force, 40 metres out. Now it's gone back to Godwin now on the outside. into the hands of Olawafella, stepping around, passes it to no one. Tavita Kurandrani taking it nicely though. 40 metres out from the Crusaders line at the moment. Pryor into the hands of the replacement Wagner, I believe it is. Or it might have been Greg Holmes, actually, who did have that one. Now it is going to be up to the fifth phase. Kyle Godwin fires it out now into the hands. And Strauchen, close to the touchline. Josh Mackay has had a little bit of an awkward kick there. It's gone almost nowhere, but that one has been taken nicely by Godwin once again. Now it's going to be Miotti with the counter run. He is tackled by Josh Mackay, except he was offside there. Fergus Burke, I believe, is the call. So that is why, it was Timothy Williams who was penalised there. Tavita Kurandrani now tackled. They have got the advantage. They have got a good chance here. The Western Force, if they can get something going, it is going to be in the hands of Holmes. Little offload, little knock on. And it is going back for the penalty, and they will be going for the corner once again here. We have also got Let's Go Force from Penny Isaac, and we have also got there as well in the chat. We have got new five Super Rugby team should be Aguares, Toyota, Verblitz, Panasonic, Wild Knight, Suntory, Sun Goliath, and Kubota Spears as well. Said, that would be kind of cool having a Super Rugby versus the top league, kind of like this competition in a way. How you have 5 teams from each competition, you play each other once, and then whoever ends up in the situation of being up the top gets to play in a final, because that was a good competition in the top league as well. To Mighty Williams ended up now coming off the field, close to scoring a try a couple of times there, but now it is going to be Iselele. Iselele, I believe is how you pronounce it. Iselele Tuangafasi is going to be making his way out onto the field now, and they have got the line out throw now, only 5 metres out here. The Western Force ready with the line out throw now. It's going to be claimed by Tamani at the back 4. It is going to be defended very well, though, by the Crusaders once again, and they are going to be told to use it very soon. Ready has got the ball at the back. Pryor there is going to be joining the back to be able to take that one. Well done there from the Crusaders. Ready breaking off the side. Straight over the ball almost was the Crusaders player. They are only a couple metres short now. Here the Western Force, if they can score next, they are right back in this match now. It's going to be in the hands of Holmes. He has been taken down just short of the line once again. Tamani going to back himself to have a go. Tackled, though, by Dunshay. Once again, they are going to be very close here. It's going to be Holmes now having a bit of a run too high, though, and Scott Barrett does shut that one down. They have been told to release him as well. Now it is going to be Pryor. Goes back to Reddy. Still a couple metres short. Good tackle on him by Alatoa, though. Now it is going to be Pryor. Little offload back into the hands now of Tavita Kurandrani. They're 10 out now and ripped away by Fine Arnuku, but it has gone backwards. That one has gone backwards as well. Who's got this ball now? It's going to be in the hands of Domingo Miotti, and they are going to be at the 22. This is great defence from the Crusaders once again. They were able to defend for 19 phases earlier on in this match, and then it was called a no try. Is that going to be the same here at the moment? 9 phases. They've lost a lot of metres. Now it's going to be Strawn into the hands of Tavita Kurandrani, dragged down by Havili and Fine Arnuku. Up to 10 phases now. Now it's going to be in the hands of Reddy. What a tackle on him by, I believe it would have been Tuangafasi. It was Sione Havili. Now it's going to be Strawn straight up the middle, though. Strawn, he has been tackled, and it has been a little knock on there, I believe, or has it? No, they are continuing on just for now. So now they have got this ball only a couple metres short. The Western Force are up to 13 phases. Now it's going to be 5 flat Godwin into the hands of Koteka, who was hard there, who was complaining about something while he was going down. Now it's going to be Pryor around the side once again. Andrew Reddy fires the flat ball to Holmes. He's lined up by Sione Havili. They've got the advantage now, though, for the Western Force. I will read the chat in a very short moment. It's going extremely quick at the moment, like this game. Now it's going to be in the hands of Lee Warner, but they have still got this advantage. Little offload into the hands of Pryor now. Now it is going to be Macaulay driving forward. 17 phases once again for the Western Force. Little ball over the top, little kick in behind. Godwin has claimed that one, and they are going back for the penalty once again. 18 phases for the Western Force, and it was an offside call. Tell you what, the Crusaders just aren't letting them through now. They were able to score 2 early-ish tries with Tony Pulu and also Ollie Callan, and then from there, they just won't let them get past them. And now it is going to be Pryor looking like he is going to be taken on the scrum for his side. Who are we? We met. Or who are we? We are the most Saders as well from Bronson High and back as well from Zion. And go Crusaders, go from Bronson as well. I feel like I missed a lot of messages throughout that one, so I am sorry if I have missed your message. Normally what I do is I end up going back and reading through the chat afterwards if I do feel like I've missed them. So this will be a timestamp that I do so. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in at this stage. I will show the table once again while we are at it. the Crusaders are going to be sitting in first place if they do get this win. If they get the bonus point, they will be sitting on 19, which will mean the Blues and the Hurricanes will both need their bonus point to be able to get right back in to the lead of this competition. Depending on points differential as well, the Crusaders, they'll want to be winning by a lot more than they are at the moment here. They will be making sure that they can do something big here, but it is going to be the scrum feed for the Western Force, only 5 metres out. And it looks like Miotti is going to be slotting straight in behind of the scrum. Opposition 22 visits so far for the Western Force, 6, and they have been able to score twice during that time as well. So now it is going to be the scrum feed. It has gone to the back there. They are going to be able to get that penalty advantage. I think, yes, they have. Now it is going to be off the back. Lee Warner selling a bit of a dummy there. And the Western Force can once again keep on driving. Now it's going to be in the hands of Miotti. Tries to go for the little kick. He has claimed that one once again, ripped away by Havili. And now it is going to be another double blow of the whistle there. And I feel like it's very close to someone going off the field. Now they had 3 players who came off the bench in the last match and got yellow carded. Is that going to be the case here once again? Another offside is going to be a yellow card as the call. 4 penalties in a row against the Crusaders at this stage. Can we play Rugby Challenge together tomorrow? Says Laura. What console are you on, by the way? And also, does your Rugby Challenge Online work? Because mine, for some reason, just hates me and always cuts out before I even get into the match. But hopefully it would work. But do let me know what one you're on. Why is the Blues versus Red stream up? Says Zion. It is a just the thumbnail so that you guys can see that I am going to be doing it straight after. It's a scheduled live stream. So it means that we are going to be doing that one straight after this one finishes. PS4, yes. Oh, I am on Xbox One. Sorry, Lyle. That is unfortunate indeed. Yeah, a lot of people are on PS4, but I think I'm one of the only guys who are actually on Xbox One, which is a bit of a shame because I can't really do too many online games with you guys. I wish it was cross-platform. Would be pretty awesome. We have got in the chat from George Polo. They should bring more Argentines to the force as well. And that's the thing. They are going to be losing a couple of them. They're going to be losing Domingo Miotti. And also, I believe, Kubeli is going to be leaving next. Tell you what, there is a big amount of argument going on in the chat. I hope you guys are all right with me not reading out your little bit of a rivalry kind of coming in and Marco Vanapola Bear. But yeah, hopefully it hasn't gone too serious. We don't want anything too bad in the chat, that is for sure. But now it is going to be once again a chance for the Western Force. Mitch Drummond straight over the forwards. Well, the front rows have gone up, sorry. So now it is going to be the scrum reset and the Western Force. Once again, if they can score here, that cancels out the bonus point. And we have got Cool It Bros as well, says Escaroy, and we have got Churchill Bro as well from Cool As. And yeah, we have got the situation of, at this stage, the Western Force have had 60% of the possession and 6 minutes 52 inside of the opposition 22, 59% territory. Other than the scoreboard, they would be winning this match on a normal day, but they are facing the Crusaders, 89% tackle completion for both sides. Penny Albert has split go force as well. And now we are going to get to see whether or not they are going to be able to do it in this one with only 13 minutes left. The bonus point for the Crusaders sitting at the moment, that will give them 5 points, but that is where they will be wanting it to stay. That is for sure. It's a solid scrum. It's gone down now. And because of it, it is going to be Pry now into the hands of Godwin with the wide ball. Out to Olawafella. He's put it down though. And that was going to be an opportunity for him there, Jordan Olawafella, but he wasn't able to hang on. And now it means that the Crusaders are now going to have a good chance to try and get out of their own 22 here. It's got, thank goodness for the block button as well, says Scrum Lass. And easy guys, easy as well, says Birdie. And we have got Naked Brew. How many points is one score as well, says Lyle. At this stage, we are sitting on 5 points for a try, and then also it will be 7 points, although I assume you mean for the table. So in that regard, you get 4 points for a win, 1 point for a loss if you're within 7, and also 1 point for if you are 3 tries or more ahead as well. Who could have scored? We could. Do you score the most points wins as well, says Lyle. Yeah, whoever ends up scoring the most points will end up winning this match. Indeed, now it's going to be Tom Sanders running it hard at the man in the number 8 jersey, Callan, and that ball has come free on the Western Force. Another opportunity. He didn't have the man on the outside there, Tamani, so he takes it to ground himself. Now it's going to be in the hands of Breyer, going back to McIntyre. Now it's going to be a nice little step from Oliver Fella, trying to find his way to the try line. He has almost been held up by Nathan Vella. Now it's going to be Pryor once again, looking for the option, goes back into the hands of McIntyre. Kyle Godwin once again in the ball up. And at this stage, they are just trying their best to find that gap. The Western Force have been defending well. Callan gives the flat ball or gets the flat ball from McIntyre, I should say. Now it's going to be Callan once again driving forward, or it was Lee Warner that time. Straight over the ball, though, was Mitch Drummond, and he's won the penalty for the Crusaders. And he has done extremely well there, and the Crusaders now will get a little bit of breathing room, and they will be able to drive their way up the field a little bit more now in Rugby Challenge 4. How many, for depending on what game are you playing, in terms of who is playing in that match, do let me know, Lyle. But yeah, you get 5 points for the try and 7 for the for the converted try as well. And we have got 68 likes. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. You heard the man. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That was impressive. That ball just hit the camera on the sideline when he went for the kick for touch. But also, let's see if we can get to 80 likes by the end of this match. Let's see if we can get a like a minute for the rest of this live stream. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream as well. And we have also got the Immortals as well. Says Smithy Toilet and come on, Saders from Scrum Lass. Andrew Bro, I ain't seen it as well. And like the ball is so hot, it's easy to catch as us. It's been Albert. They have gone into the hands now of, it is Sione Havili. Now Tom Sanders driving forward once again for the Crusaders. Mitch Drummond with the kick high. It's an awkward one. It's gone sideways big time there for Mitch Drummond. It's been taken beautifully, though. And Scott Barrett's now tried to kick the ball. And that one has gone even further into touch. And it is going to be offside. So it's going to be the penalty to the Western Force. Scott Barrett there kicked that ball out on the full. It came off the side of the boot well and truly. Also, Mitch Drummond's came off the side of the boot. Come on, Force as well, says Yoi. And we have also got there, seems like you're invested into Keith's Murdoch and Ken Grateful back as well. Not too sure who they are, to be fair. We have got, from Cool Lads. No, it is going to be the Western Force. Has the rain near you. It was raining very heavily during the week, but luckily the flooding did take place just a little bit further north because a bridge about an hour and a half up the road has ended up being completely flooded out. But luckily they have been able to build a short replacement. They have gone to the front there almost. But instead it is going to be the penalty now for the Western Force once again. And what do they do from here? It looks like they are going to be kicking this one for the corner, do they? Or do they go, yes, they're going for the scrum instead. They still want to cancel out that bonus point of the Crusaders here. The Western Force, good effort by both teams, says Yai. It is a very close game. And I don't think anyone expected the Western Force to be this close in this match. And that's the thing. If they can score one more time, that cancels out that bonus point of the Crusaders. No, like if it's score 51 points and you score 74 points, you win in Rugby Challenge 4. You do indeed. Lyle, that is the case, and good effort from both teams, said Yai. And we have got, why do you think Australian rugby level have fallen? I mean, I'd say that they are playing some decent rugby. I think it's just taking them a little bit longer to adapt to the kind of style that the New Zealand sides play. Because at the end of the day, they have been playing themselves like we hadn't seen a Super Rugby game in over a year. Although a fella now, that ball not quite able to find the offload that he was after. Now it's going to be a good run forward there. And Lee Warner, of course, who would be carrying it now. It's going to be a little offload. Five back to McIntyre. Corin Barney now hitting the ball up as well. And the Western Force still only 10 metres out now. It's going to be in the hands. Oh, Wagner straight over the ball, though, for the Crusaders. And it is going to be the penalty. And it is going to be the man in the number 18 jersey. In this one, it's not Ollie Jaeger. They said it's Ollie Jaeger originally, but that is not Ollie Jaeger. That is, who is that? I recognise him, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Hopefully they say it soon. They haven't said it. Unfortunately, by now, says Yai as well. You think Rugby 22 will be a good game? I hope so. Like, I feel like if they're bringing out another Rugby 21, as long as they improve on the last one in, like, a big fashion, because the last one is a bit shocking, unfortunately. So hopefully Fletcher Null, that's the name. Thank you very much, George. And now they are going to be using their backline once again here. The Crusaders drawing past Braden Norrell with the quick hands. And the hands of Josh Mackay now getting a bit of a chance. One of his first carries of this match so far. Drummond now goes back into the hands of Fergus Burke. Driving forward was Luke Romano. And now at this stage, if they can get one more try here, the Crusaders, that will secure that bonus point that they already have. But they want to be able to get one more. Josh Mackay now on the outside. Shunting off tackles as well. Tackled in the end by Godwin. Now it is going to be Mitch Drummond. Goes back into the hands of Will Jordan. Now Luke Romano is driving forward as well. Fly back once again. Now it's going to be Fergus Burke now into the hands of Vella, who has been taken down on the halfway line for the Crusaders. This won't be minding them too much here because they are using up time. Big run from Leicester Fine Arnuku there. And now it is going to be Vella once again. They are driving forward. Almost a little knock on. Yes, it was. And it was from, I believe, who was that on the ground at the moment? It was Fetu Kamokamo Douglas trying to go around the side. Maybe a little bit of nerves starting to end up playing factor in this one. At this stage, 7 minutes left. The Crusaders, they know how important that bonus point is. The Force, they want to score one to get rid of that opportunity. And at this stage, maybe it will be the case of, we're just going to have to wait and see how it is going to be going and how this match is going to be ending. And that's the thing. This isn't the last game of tonight. In 1 hour's time, we are going to have the Blues taking on the Reds. It's going to be a big match, going to be an exciting one. And I hope you guys are going to be sticking around for that one as well. But at this stage, I will have a quick look. We are sitting on 73. So at this stage, we are sitting almost on par in terms of hitting that 80 likes for the 80 minutes of this match. And we have got in there, did it hurt you? The pocket seats buying your Mrs. Parents met a mansion in Auckland. That's like the ultimate simp move, mate, as well, says Marco Vanapola. And that's the thing, Bowden Barrett, his team ended up getting runner-up, but he is allowed to come back to the Blues next year, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And also he is in All Blacks contention, if I'm not wrong. 6 away from 80 likes. Smash that like button, guys, as well from Bertie. And they are showing all of the games that are going to be taking place this weekend. We've got a lot of them. We have got our regular 5. This one is the first. Then we've got the Reds versus the Blues later on tonight. Then tomorrow it is going to be the Highlanders taking on the Waratahs. Also, then after that one, it will be the case of the Brumbies versus the Hurricanes. That will be a good matchup as well. And then we've got the Sunday match that has been moved to 5 p.m. It is going to be taking place in Sydney, and it is going to be the Chiefs versus the Rebels. We have also got, yes, I'm thinking about leaving it. Just don't tell the boys as well, says Bowden Barrett. Now they are taking a man off the field in the number 20 jersey. By the looks of it, not looking too flash there, unfortunately for him. It is Tim Anstey. So I think he's ended up maybe dislocating the shoulder or something along those lines by the way he is holding the hand. So it doesn't look too flash for him, unfortunately, which is a big shame because I feel like he's only just come on the field for that man. But they are saying that perhaps it is the thumb or somewhere along those lines. But oh my God, as well, says Scrum Lass. At this stage, we haven't had a try since the 47th minute. So both of these sides have been countering each other very well at this stage for the later stages of this first half. They are saying that they've used all their subs. So maybe they are only going to be down to 14. Yes, they are. That is a big shame for the Western Force because they've been right in this match, and now they have a disadvantage at the end of this match. It's going to be a big shame. But tell you what's not a big shame. We have got a donation from Marco Vanapola there of $4.20, my favorite number as well. And yeah, thank you very much. Very much. I was going to say your other name, but it is Marco Vanapola there, of course. And yeah, thank you very much for that donation. And it is hugely appreciated. That's a good backline movement. Oliver fella very close to the touchline, and now it's going to be going back for the penalty to the Western Force. They are still trying to get that bonus point that will, trying to cancel out that bonus point of the Crusaders. And they will have to try their best to be able to do it. Yeah, it looks like they are going to be kicking for the corner. They are showing Richard Kawi now, very experienced player. Huge slam on Hannah Barrett out of nowhere. And, mate, your 30 to 15 prediction might come in as well. Tell you what, we're not too far off. If we don't have any more tries, I'll only be 2 points away. And I feel like that's actually probably my closest prediction. I've had a little bit of a high tackle there from David Havili on it. It was Kyle Goldwyn there. Can I have a turn over after you, brother? Cheers, mate. Buddy, you're a legend as well. And we have also now got to I will quickly put this back up now. It is going to be in the hands of McIntyre. Koteka running hard at the line. He has been doing it all day. But yeah, thank you very much for that donation, Marco Vanapola. Bear. Hugely appreciated. McIntyre now trying to pierce that gap straight over the ball with David Havili. They need to make sure they predict this ball. And the breakdown, Koteka is down as well, which is not a good sign for the Western Force because that means now they're going to be down to 13 men for a bit. Kyle Goldwyn with a bit of a cross kick opportunity. Taken by Oliver Fella, offloads it back on the inside. The ball is still in. Taken by Davida Kurandrani, awkward pass. Now it's going to be in the hands of Richard Kawi under a lot of pressure on the halfway line. And the Western Force have 5 minutes to try and get this bonus point cancelled out against the Crusaders. The Crusaders have got 5 minutes to hang on because the Western Force, they have been in a fight in this match so far. And at this stage, there are only a total of 15 points difference. That's a little bit of an awkward pass, but Tavita Kurandrani taking it very nicely straight over the ball, though. Was Brandon Ennell not able to reach it, though? Now it's going to be Kyle Goldwyn. Back into the hands of Kawi. Offloads back on the inside to Goldwyn once again, who is tackled by Fetu Kamokamo Douglas. 8 phases once again for the Force. They have been able to hang on to the ball very nicely at times throughout this match. Now it is going to be fired back once again. Flat ball into the hands of the man in the number 19 jersey. It was McCauley, and that one has come free a little bit, but they have been able to hang on to it. Almost a knock on there but it is going to be play on. Holmes now having another run for the Western Force. They're up to 12 phases. They're almost, are they still down to 13? No, not really. Oh, that one's been knocked on though for the Western Force, and now it's going to be a scrum feed for the Crusaders once again. We have got good luck, says Sione, the vice. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly as well. And we have also got, man, the Crusaders deserve a better stadium, considering how good they are as well, says George Polo. I think they are actually looking at upgrading their stadium soon, or have they already done the upgrades? Do let me know. I know they got more lighting recently, but at this stage they are showing that the live ladder, as it stands, with the bonus point to the Crusaders, they would be sitting on 19, which will give them a 4-point lead over anyone else. Chat is getting dark today. It is indeed throughout a lot of this fun. It is fair to say. How do you watch this game? I am watching it through Sky Go, although your other options, depending on if you've got any type of subscription, would be Rugby Pass is probably your best bet. Can you have your turn anyway now as well? There's Bowden Barrett. I think the Force are trying to get rid of Saders Point because they are helping Chiefs, so I guess that is a fair point as well. Do you have assist as well, says Marco, or it says Bowden, and the lad as well, says Jesse was an outlaw. Welcome to the live stream once again, and tell you what, thank you very much. Marco Vaughn once again with another donation. A big bowl of kava, courtesy of Eska Roy as well. And we do appreciate the donations. We ended up doing all of the live streams last week. And I feel like we've already had more donations than those ones. So this is crazy. And thank you very much, Marco Vaughn once again. That's a little kick in behind trying to go for the territory game. And Olawa Fella is just going to have to kick this one away. Has gone downfield, gone to the halfway line. Now it's going to be David Havili with a little bit of a step there. David Havili had men on the outside, but he decided not to go to them in the end. Now it's going to be Drummond into the hands of Tom Sanders. They're inside of the 22 at the moment. I love that picture of Marco Vaughn as well. It's so clear across the live stream. Now it's going to be Lester Whananuku driving forward for the Crusaders. Drummond now firing the short ball into the hands of Luke Romano, and it is going to be a penalty now. It was a forward pass, and it is going to be the scrum feed of the Western Force once again. And we have also got there the chat goes Saders from Jesse was an outlaw, and also we have got nice to meet you, bro, as well, says Gomez, and also well, I'm surprised to score. It's not a blowout, a hell of a lot more as well, says CH. I was expecting a cricket score by the Saders by now. And that's the thing. The Western Force, they have been able to get over the line twice. They've been trying their best to get that third try that they need to try and cancel out that bonus point, but they just haven't quite been able to get it in the end. And I mean, they've still got time though, but they are only going to be about 15 metres out from their own line with the scrum feed. And at this stage, if they are down to 14 men, like they mentioned, they've made all their subs, so they're not actually going to be able to have another man on for that scrum. So they're going to have a forward in that scrum, I think, if I'm not wrong. Well, this chat is going to get burned to the ground with gasoline and fire. This won't be in the replay as well, says Scrum Lass. And we have also got, she got 3 teeth. Okay, we also got, cheers, mate. Not with glass, but with blow. Where are you based, mate? I am based in South Canterbury, although I am pretty unbiased when it comes to all the Super Rugby teams as well, which is a very, very good in terms of the viewing pleasure of the games. That one is going to be a big scrum from the Crusaders. And that one is going to be a scrum reset. And we have what's got in there, Mr. Bogan has said, who's got the ball, how long left? At this stage, it is the scrum feed of the Western Force with 2 minutes left in this match. Going to be a close finish, honest opinion. As said, Marco, did you do overtime last week? I assume that is from the donations as well. And we got, I need one more try as well, says Cam the man. And also we have got in the chat, how will the Crusaders not get a bonus point at 4 score again? I don't know the rules that well. Sorry, no worries. So pretty much you've got to be 3 tries or more ahead at this stage in the competition. Every bonus point is crucial. So pretty much the Crusaders have scored 5 times and the Western Force have scored twice. So if the Western Force score 1 more, they will be 3, and then the Crusaders will only have a 2-try lead. Is the case in that situation. Then we have what's got there. That's actually I even forgot my celebrity crush as well, says Bowden Barrett. And we have what's got in the chat, other Saders down a man. That's a good push. And the Crusaders now have got that ball in the scrum. And now it's going to be Dallas McLeod with a bit of a run. They've got a minute left. They might as well keep on going here, the Crusaders, for the sake of trying to score one last try. Drummond now into the hands of Tom Sanders. Josh McKay on the outside looking for the ball. Isn't quite going to be able to get it yet, though. Now it's going to be in the hands of Fetu Kamakama Douglas. He has had a good game throughout this match as well. 1 minute left for the Crusaders. I will read the rest of the chat in a very short moment as well. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Tuanga Fussy now having the run 10 metre short. Now it's going to be a bit of a backline. Awkward pass for Will Jordan there. But now he is going to be countering to the other side. He wants that hat trick that he was denied earlier on. Straight over the ball. And it is going to be stolen by the Western Force. Now it's going to be the counter attack And they have got a very good opportunity. Strogan with a little bit of an offload there to Kaui now, who is driving towards the halfway line. The Crusaders trying to get this ball with the Western Force. Can score a try here. Cole Goblin kicking it in behind. But now it's going to be Jordan Olawafella. He wasn't there before, but now he is. He's going to take it. And that's going to be the try for the Western Force. And that is a cancellation of the bonus point for the Crusaders. Jordan Olawafella scores it. And all of a sudden, that does interesting things to the competition standings. Jordan Olawafella has been able to score that try. Here we go. I didn't see him originally. I was like, what is Kyle Goldwyn doing? We have a moment here that maybe you can do the counter attack. But Josh McCoy, he's a quick man, but Olawafella, the number 23 for the Western Force, is quicker. Whoa. As well from Scrublads, Chucky as well. And we have also got in there, can Western Force score? They can indeed, Mr. Bogan. And that is exactly what they did. And we have also got in the chat, we Crusaders down a man. That makes more sense with the scoreline as well. Says CH. Oh, no, the Western Force are down a man because of the injury to Manstey. So they had to go with 14 for the end of the match. I agree, Hamish. You're a cooking legend, mate, as well. Says honest opinion. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Do we realize we rest the players as well, says Solomoni. And that's the thing. Was it the right time to rest the players? I think everyone expected the Western Force to be out of this match completely. So is that resting of Mwanga, Reese and Whitelock, is that what has just cost them a chance to go into the final? That one has been kicked over, and the Western Force are going to finish this match on 21 points to the 28 of the Crusaders. And hey, remember me, says Cooper Media, I do indeed. Fiji versus Georgia live stream, Volcanoes and Pringles. You were there. No try for Crusaders in the Embro as well, said Maxi. That is true. After the 47th minute, we didn't actually get another one. We have also got in there in the chat fatality as well, says Scrumless Reds 30, Blues to 12 as well. And we have also got as a finish, says Penny Albert. It is indeed. It has got 80 minutes, but it is the end of the match. Oh my God, a Western Force try in the 80th minute. Well, did not expect that. Jordan odd fella as well, says Marco for a polar bear. And we have what's got, we do speak, or do not speak of Geordie as well for Bowden Barrett's brother, of course. But at this stage, the Western Force, it's a bit of a shame for them because they got so close. They're only 8 points behind, which means they don't get the bonus point for being within 7. But at this stage, it means now that the Crusaders are going to be sitting on 18 points after this match. That was a hard one to watch. One try, come on, Crusaders, GG as well. Finish in fatality as well, says Marco. And Crusaders, says Fafita. It could be crucial cancelling a bonus point. It could indeed. My cat is thinking the same thing as well, if you can hear him in the background. We have also got 76 likes. Thank you very much, everyone, for that. How many are we sitting on at this stage? We are on 77 as well. So thank you all very much for that. We were aiming for 80, and I think we will be able to get there before the end of this live stream. But at this stage, did they get the conversion? They did indeed. So it means now it is going to be 21 to the Western Force, 29 or 28, 29 to the Crusaders. And it is full time, although it does still say 81 at this stage. We have got hi from Mr. Mellon as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Loving the name. Here we have what's going on. Oh man, the Crusaders are so sad because they will not go to the final. What is my cat doing? I thought it was my cat making a whole bit of noise. Fair dues to the Force. Expected a blowout, but they played superbly and to bring some light and otherwise horrible experience for the Aussie sides. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the second Australian side to lose to the Crusaders by less than 10 points. So, like, some of them, they are playing some good rugby well. 2.38K, says Cooper Media as well. Is that the case? Because we have gone up quite a bit. I remember when you're getting 1K as well, says Cooper Media. Yeah, it's crazy how quick we have been able to grow. So thank you all very much for that. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing the game that is taking place in 45 minutes' time. It's going to be between the Blues and the Reds. It's going to be over there at Suncorp Stadium. And at this stage, if the Blues can get a bonus point win, that almost puts them in the final, depending on how they go in their last week up against the Rebels as well. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. Crusaders, baby, says Fafita as well. And we have also got in their Blues have been very lucky tonight. They will get their fairy tale run, get exposed by the Reds. See, that's the thing. The Reds coming off the win. The first time that an Australian side has been able to get the win. So that will be looking good for them there. Like one big man as well from Rugby Geeks. Welcome to the live stream, mate. And it's an interesting one. I will put my score back up along the bottom as well for you guys so you can see who the try scorers were. It was Manasa Mataeli. Also, Will Jordan was able to get 2. Had his third denied. Manasa Mataeli also having a second denied. Fetu Kamokamo Douglas, also Sione Havili. And there was also a denied try for Tamaiti Williams. Then for the Force. 3 minutes into the game, Tony Pulu. Then it was Ollie Callan on his starting debut, and also Jordan Olawafela in the 80th minute to deny the Crusaders the bonus point that they were after. So because of it now, it's going to be an interesting couple of matches indeed. We have got Possum Pies' A Club, and is there a chance for the finals for the Saders? There is, only if the Hurricanes or the Blues lose their next match. It's almost the case here. They need to make sure either that or they need to have a massive win next week, because they will need to win it by about maybe 50 plus points to be able to win that one. Vinaka Force, the fans wasn't expecting that. They weren't indeed. And the Force, they came to fight in this match, and that's exactly what they did. The first opening drive for Tony Pulu, he got injured though, unfortunately for him. Your score prediction, not bad, pro, as well, says Maxie. Tell you what, it was looking very close up until that final try, but normally I don't get close with score predictions. That's why I normally sit on the fence, because I can't really predict a game to save myself. So I'll probably take that one, only being about 10 points off for that one as well. I was playing in Limerick as well, says Marco Vonapolabia, and Jordan Olafella got the last try as well. We have got in the chat, Gutter TAB stole my money, says A-Clip. Or was it because of the maybe 13 plus win for the Crusaders or something along those lines? The TAB has taken my house. I bet the mortgage on Force beating the Crusaders 100-0. As well, says Marco Vodapola Bear. And we have also got a good fight from the Force. It was indeed. Go for the Blues by 10 next game, says Birdie. And that's the thing. We're only 45 minutes away from that next match. So at this stage, the Crusaders are sitting on 18 points. I know you don't like the fact. Yeah, we know. Well, he's just sitting on a chair in front of the fire. He is not happy at all at the moment. He wanted the Crusaders to win this one with a bonus point, I think. Maybe, could you guys hear him? I'm not too sure. But he was complaining about something there. I'll go with the Reds as well, says Marani. We have got the Force up back. That was a decent score for the outfit against the Saders. Well done as well. Damn if the ball didn't knock on. Force would have had 28 as well, says Penny Albert. And yeah, that's the thing. They had a couple denied tries as well. So we had about 5 or 6 that were turned down tries. Do you like KFC or Macca's, says Jimmy V to Bowden Barrett in the chat as well. Crusaders forever, says Mr. Mellon. Kitty as well, says Scrum Less. And we have also got, hey lads, look at the like button. It's 80 likes. Have we hit that? Let's have a look. Yes, we have. Oh, for me, it says 79, but I will take your guys' word for it that we have been able to tick over to the 80. Come on, Reds. Need redemption. Go, though. And we have got, I thought that was my cat as well. It says, hey, Cliff, it was quite loud. I think the cat was talking to Polar Bear as well, said Johnny Kai. And we have also got, do you drink $3,000 red wines? What's your fave? As well, says Bertie to Bowden Barrett. Bowden Barrett's getting a lot of questions in the chat, that is for sure. We have got, it's kind of funny because Crusaders fans should cheer for Reds to get up there as well, says Excaroy. Yeah, next live stream is going to be interesting to see how everyone is split in terms of who everyone is going for now. It's 80, says Mr. Mellon. Why no Richie? That will be a big question that the Crusaders are going to be asked. Why no Richie Moyanga? Why no Sever Reese? And why no Sam Whitelock? It's one of those ones that, unfortunately, if they had won with a bonus point, it would have been all right. But because they didn't get that bonus point now, there's going to be a lot of questions. And I feel like it was just because they felt like they were due for a rest. But it's interesting that they didn't rest them 1 week before the final, because their next game is going to be up against the Rebels. So I would have thought that would have been a great time to be able to rest them. But instead, they went with this one. So it will be interesting to see what they do from here. Blues versus Reds is a hard match to call, but they are at home, so a tight win to the Reds as well, says CH. Yeah, if it's anything like the match between the Chiefs and the Reds last week, it's going to be a close one, and that is why it's going to be so exciting. You should have a beer while you do the stream as well, says George Polo. I'll probably have a drink of water in between these live streams. I feel like the speed that I talk, I feel like alcohol added into that would just not go well, because I end up just completely probably slurring my words throughout the whole thing. We have got, and they're asking why Bruce Wayne is on the Kiwi Lads stream as well, says Smithy Toilet. Batman always tunes in for the occasional moment as well. I speak, he's saying, why does the ref has to bomb Crusaders as well? I guess that might have been what he was saying. Also, he was saying, missing D-Mac. He's got a lot of feelings at the moment, Macat, about the situation we're in at the moment. And we have also got their sexy cat lady as my neighbour, says A-Cliff. I thought it's normally crazy cat lady, but I guess it can be both. Super good fight from the Force as well as Mr. Mellon. I think Highlanders will lose to Waratahs and Hurricanes will lose to the Rebels, because last game Rebels almost won as well, says Pino. But although it will be interesting. Although Hurricanes are playing the Brumbies, I think the Highlanders are taking on the Rebels in the next round. But yeah, it could be an interesting matchup. Cheers, see you in a bit. Awesome stream as well, says Bertie. And I do appreciate you being here as always. And also for all of you other guys who have been tuning in for this live stream, it's very much appreciated. We've had a huge amount of support on this one. And I think we are almost at the end of it. The question is, do we do a post-match review? I'm not sure, because I feel like there'll be a lot of angry Crusaders supporters who might be tuning in for that one. But we will wait and see. We might do a quick post-match review before the next match gets underway at 9:45. We have also got Victoria Bitter is my preferred one. I don't know a lot of beers as well, says Bowden Barrett. And we have also got awesome stream by, says Mr. Mellon. We will see you later, mate. And yeah, nonetheless, I think I will be switching over for a very quick, about 15-minute, the 15-minute review I think we will end up doing of this match. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Who's playing next? It is going to be the Blues versus the Reds at Suncorp Stadium. And that's going to be in 40 minutes' time. Yeah, nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you in a very short moment for the post-match review.